wish I could be part of that world.
Yeah, we piped up in that deep sea. Prince Eric better hope that Ariel don't never meet me. No, I always gotta keep a trident like the cane do. I be in the hood, I'm never tucking, got my chain loose. Yeah, I just put up on that shit with a bitch submarine, see it dance on my wrist. Think I just caught me a fan and you fishing all over my pay, you a snitch. I got Sebastian, he ready for action. I pull up like Roddy, I'm rich. By the new chopper, I'm calling it Ursula. I got
The Ace Podcast, where we talk all things art, culture, and entertainment, but more specifically pop culture entertainment. My name is Will the Greatest, and I am your host. And with me today, I have my regular co-host, Aaron. How you doing today, man?
Gravy, baby. How you doing?
I'm good. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. It's been some months.
The streets have heard from us.
It's called us both. Different reasons.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Oh man. Let's see. Well, I've been taking some acting classes.
Nice.
Doing my poetry thing, going to different venues and open mics and whatnot, and kind of grinding my teeth, getting my reps in. So that's been pretty cool. Been on my health grind, eating healthy, going to the gym, meditating, feeling clear, feeling right. So yeah, man, I've been pretty well. How about yourself? How you doing?
I'm good for the most part. I had a premiere for second short film. Cool news. We are official selection in the Real Recovery Film Festival and Symposium. And apparently, as of this past week, we're a finalist in the Global Shorts Film Festival. So it was cool. I got to do my first talk back on project I worked on. But other than that, I've just been like working and chilling and trying to find time to play video games. It is very inconsistent nowadays. Like I got like 4 or 5 new ones and just have not gotten nearly as far with them as I wanted to. So yeah, things are mostly good. You know, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Yeah, we just keeping things going how they go, keeping in touch with our people on this side of things, trying to get things going. Did a podcast with our boy Rap Critic recently reviewing YG's album I Got Issues. So hopefully by the time this episode comes out, that episode might be out. But we'll see. But oh boy, we got a doozy. Let's start with Marvel, then go over to Disney. So as we're recording this, the season finale for She-Hulk has aired. She-Hulk season 1, and
Chokey.
we have some thoughts about it. Okay, let's talk about the finale. So full spoilers ahead, and then we'll get into the season proper because I think there's a lot to discuss. So as far as the finale goes, weirdly enough, this episode and the last episode I think are pretty strong. But unfortunately, now, because of this episode, Marvel can't really use the excuse that they don't know what the fans are kind of critiquing and complaining about. I do think writing-wise, they have, like, clearly Multiverse of Madness was clearly evidence of that. I'd say one of the bigger examples, but this is like almost damning evidence because of what it did with just like the fourth wall break and everything. So I'm just like, I thought it was funny. I thought it was good. And thank God that like I legitimately got worried because I'm watching. I'm like, oh, we're just going to have like a boring, brawl with a bunch of unanswered questions and people are going to bitch, moan and complain. And then she like just entirely shatters the fourth wall, starts walking through offices. Visuals in the last one I thought were also really great. I think they're pretty good here too. They put a lot of time and effort into these last 2 episodes, which I'm glad, but also a little perplexed that this quality of like writing couldn't hold up across the season. But as far as the episode goes, no, I thought like Tatiana Maslany is great as usual. Like I don't have any issues with the cast. I just I wish they got utilized a little better. Even the stuff with like Abomination, I thought was interesting that essentially he signed up for a gig but didn't realize he was signing up for like a bunch of 4chan keyboard warriors who were doing the most. But I'm glad they kind of like wiped away a bunch of the unexplained, silly, goofy shit. Like you were talking about when we were talking in the chat about like Titania appeared out of nowhere, which seems to be a thing for her the whole season. She just kind of pops up. Like even the episode around her, she just appears. It's like, oh, I guess she's back. So I don't know. I thought the episode was strong. Overall, the show is very consistent. But what are kind of your thoughts on like the finale and the season overall?
So I guess first I'll go into my thoughts on the finale. I had some mixed feelings watching it
Mhm.
because first I'll get the positives out of the way. One, I love the way that it opened. We got no recap and went straight into the homage of the 80s Hulk show, which was great. And I'm pretty sure the person playing She-Hulk in that was the actual stunt double for She-Hulk, which is pretty funny.
I really like that actually. Yeah, the opening was great.
Yeah,
The allusion to 80s Hulk is dope.
Right. And then we start to get into the actual episode, and it seems like, the repercussions for what happened in the last one started to take place. And it started to go into that dichotomy of like, she in prior episodes wanted to just be accepted as Jen, and like what happens if She-Hulk is taken away as an option, and it kind of ruined her life. And then we start to go to the farm again. And then shit gets weird because then we go and everyone starts to pop up out of nowhere. And
Yep.
it's just like, okay, this is wild. This is insane. And then she's like, is this what you guys want? And then I like thought my TV glitched. I'm like, wait, what the fuck's happening? What's going on? I was just watching the episode. And then you hear her
And
voice,
then all of a
"Oh,
sudden,
son of a bitch." And she went to the Marvel Studios, and I was like, whoa, I was like, my mouth just like hit the floor. I was like jaw dropped watching that. And then
yeah.
they talk about, she literally goes to the writing room and was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And like, I need to talk to Kevin. So she makes her way to the granddaddy's office, and it's an AI machine. So I'm like, okay, so this is the Marvel universe still. This is the writer's room of the Marvel's universe. It was trippy. It was meta, but it was still fiction, which was
Yeah.
odd. But
But I was low key thinking, I'm like, oh shit, are they actually gonna have Kevin play?
Kevin
Because
Feige,
knowing
I thought
Kevin,
so.
he might do it. But I think the way they ran it, where it's essentially, I think that's also kind of a joke in itself because people talk about Marvel being made by like committee, being made by AI.
Right.
Well, there you go. So it kind of sucks. The thing I think that is the funniest part that takes the piss out of Marvel, which I think is cool, also is kind of like a shot in the foot because it's like,
Well,
okay,
yeah.
so that
That's
means you know that it's like an issue and you're just
exactly.
actively not doing anything, which I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck.
that's what I was about to get into. So the fact that they were addressing Marvel's issues when she was talking to Kevin, yet the way they handled the finale, in a sense, still felt lackluster because they kind of set it up and framed it as we're not doing that because that's cliche and that's a mess. And then they just fast forward to the aftermath of what the rebooted situation would be, rather than letting the situation play out in the way that Jen deserved it to play out. And I
Yeah,
felt like
like
I
I
was kind
wouldn't
of
have
cheap.
mind watching the conversation.
Yeah, to see like, and I think to a bigger point is that the whole point of her going there is because she was not satisfied with how it was ending. But the point of like the whole point of her whole arc is the fact that she needs to
I think I lost you.
stuff. And I feel like that message and that theming was kind of muddled and lost through the course of the show. It was something that they set up, seemingly like the or whatever of the pilot, and then we kind of just get lost in these situational comedy episodes that don't lend to the larger narrative of her arc until like the latter half of the season. And by the time we even start to entertain the idea of her being a superhero, it's the penultimate episode. And then again, and then she's come full service in her last scene saying that she's going to be a hero and a lawyer, which was something that was really only touched upon in the episode prior to this. And I feel like as cool as it was to go into the third wall or the fourth wall of the Marvel Universe, I think us taking that detour took away from the experience of going through Jen's arc in a meaningful way, where you see a character that started here at the beginning of the season, and then you believe and have that moment where she needs to come to terms with it. I never felt like I got that moment or that satisfying thing of her coming to terms with the fact that she is both, especially considering how she felt in episode 7, saying that she felt She-Hulk was the cooler popular girl and she was like the meek shy girl, which is a total fucking lie, because Tatiana Maslany as is fucking fire. She's cute as shit. So
I definitely sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just think that in and of itself kind of bothered me, because the show had a lot of potential, and I think that they wanted to do so much. I feel like in a sense, not less is more, but the show is called She-Hulk Attorney at Law, right? And the way
the enough attorney at law.
Exactly. The way the show set us up with her having the island and then having to represent Abomination. And from there, and I think, what was it? Episode 3, she was in a court. Yeah, episode 3, she was in a court case. Episode 4, she was representing Wong. And then 5 and 6.
5 was the Titania thing. So technically she was in court in that one, sort of, but
she wasn't being a lawyer. And I would have liked
she was doing her own shit. And then 6 was wedding.
No, nothing at all. And then 7 was so there's 3 episodes.
7 was the retreat
series. A third of the show had nothing to do with her herself being an attorney.
Because 8 she was in court, but that wasn't resolved in court. So there's only like 3 actual cases, and one of them is in the background.
And I felt like it wanted to do sitcom things without having the time a sitcom does to develop those sitcom things. For example, like her relationship with Mallory, and how she was like kind of like the stuck-up bitch of The Office, but she wanted to earn her respect and earn her trust.
And we just
didn't really have time for that, let that breathe. It didn't play out.
Really got to it. Just kind of introduced, and then anyways, on to the next plot.
Exactly. And then
it's a shame, because the supporting cast is good. They're funny.
Good. They don't give them time to breathe. Like, what we've seen a lot of Nikki and Pug together, but what's Jen and Pug's relationship? We don't know anything about that, really.
Yeah, and Pug, cool office guy.
And he's cool. I love Pug.
I like his actor's performance. Nikki is definitely the very excitable best friend. Mallory is, I guess, supposed to be. She doesn't even seem that stuck up. She just seems very to herself. Like, she minds her business, comes to work, and leaves. Which I'm like, doesn't make you stuck up.
What it is? Because the actors themselves are doing great jobs, and we like the presence that they're bringing. But because there's not enough depth to explore those characters in a traditional half-hour comedy, they've come across as more underdeveloped caricatures than fully developed characters that are supporting cast of her show.
Which is a shame, because it's a good cast.
Exactly.
It's a very good cast. Even the fashion designer, he stood out, and he's basically Edna Mode. But we got 2 halves of separate episodes with him, and he's funny. He's a character. One of the episodes that I liked, the Meg Thee Stallion episode, I liked the court case. I thought that was funny. This dumb motherfucker paid $100,000 to, what was she, an elf from Asgard? I thought the elf was funny. I wish we had a little bit more time to see, they hyped up that cameo as much as they hyped up fucking Daredevil, and she was in the shit for 1.5 minutes.
Right.
And one of those minutes was a post-credit scene.
And I think you said you liked the show because it was consistent. And I feel like on that point I have to disagree. I feel like the show is pretty inconsistent.
No. I said it's inconsistent, I thought.
Oh, okay. But
No,
yeah,
yeah, I was saying, yeah, it's like by the end of it, the show's pretty inconsistent. I don't hate it, but like, because I was telling you, I was having the conversation with my boy, and he fucked me up because he's like, name the plot of this season in a sentence. And hold up, let me see if I can actually find what I said, because it was the most like vague, sort of semi answer bullshit I could give. Where he's like, all right, I mean, you're technically right. I'm like, no, I agree with you though. Like, what did I say? Is God, we are getting a Matilda musical. That's a weird thing.
I think if you were to give a one-word sentence of the series, it wouldn't capture the totality of what the series was attempting to be. Because in a sense, it's like Jennifer Walters coming to terms with being both lawyer and She-Hulk.
That was essentially what I said. It's like it was her journey of accepting her identity as Jennifer Walters has an identity crisis between being a lawyer and being a hero. That was it.
But not really though, because she's even entertained the idea of being a hero until like the second to last episode, and that's the only episode she actually is kind of a hero.
Yeah. Oh, mind you, that was the best sentence I could come up with to sum up the plot for this season.
And yeah, man, I think that
you heard how vague that was?
Stupid vague. That was like synopsis.
Wouldn't accept it. It was like,
Right.
Like maybe.
It's
yeah, it's just I think the thing that gets it by for me where it's not as low as Hawkeye is that at the end of the day, I had fun watching the show. I liked what I was seeing on screen. It didn't always make me laugh, but it always entertained me. And that's all. At the end of the day, that's all that I really asked for. The only episode that I didn't particularly love was the wedding episode. But outside of that,
I didn't care for the wizard one, except for Madison with a Y, but not where you think.
That one I didn't like either. I didn't care for that one either, just because.
I care for it, but I did like seeing Madison. I thought she was funny. She was very well used. It was very well. She was there the perfect amount. The rest of the episode was mid as fuck.
Yeah, Wong didn't feel like Wong in that episode to me, just because
Wong's been changing a lot though, with him dominating Phase 4. Which shout outs to Benedict Wong for holding the phase down. But damn,
right. And then the post-credit scene, they were like teasing that he was in some other show as well.
I'm like,
okay,
yeah, maybe it's a teaser for Shang-Chi 2 or I don't know.
Well, they said a show. Maybe it was a show. Something else that bothered me was the fact that while she was talking to Kevin says something about the Hulk, and he's like, "Oh, save it for a movie or something." I'm like, "Okay, good. Like, yeah, let's not touch that." And then at the very end of the episode, they backtrack on that. They backtrack on that. Give no explanation. Oh, also, here's my son with the worst fucking Shrek-looking CGI I've fucking seen since.
I don't know who that actor was. It was like when Hercules popped up in Thor 4.
Get that, bro.
In that scene, and we're all like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, I know who you're supposed to be, but
not only that,
you don't look like him.
My boy, what the fuck was that haircut, my boy?
I don't know, bro.
Did you see this shit? Bro, he had half a fade in the front.
And hair on the bottom. It was like a semi-mullet.
Bro, there's like he was going to the barber get a fade, and the barber just like changed his mind at the last minute, halfway through. Like, oh, I gotta pick up my kid.
Matter of fact, and tried to glue it back.
Right. I'm like, bro, like I could like you get a semi accuracy pass, right? If it's something that they did in the comics, but it's not even what he looks like in the comics. He has like long ass hair.
Looks like Conan the Barbarian, but green.
Right. And I'm just like, was that a purely CGI person? Did you get like a model for that? Like, what the hell? Yeah, that was the most lackluster, lame fucking way they could introduce that character. I was just like, they treated it as an afterthought. The fact that the fucking Hulk has a son, and you're gonna introduce it as an afterthought at the end of an episode of something that doesn't even revolve around him. Oh, bro, that was disrespectful. That was disrespectful.
Now I'm like, what are we about to do with it if we're doing World War Hulk, which has been a rumor for years? Years. What are you about to do? Because part of that plot was used for Thor Ragnarok.
Right.
So now you got to make a whole midquel about what the fuck? Are you gonna do Immortal? I don't think Immortal works with this Hulk. Because that is a long I still need to finish it, but as far as I've read, about 14 issues in, that is a long sci-fi horror. It is a cosmic fucking nightmare. It's amazing because Al Ewing doesn't miss. But I know it's not fucking Immortal because then you're introducing deities that are beyond any of the shit that it has the one below all for reference.
Wow.
So like
Damn.
the actual
I ain't ready for that.
Yeah, they're not touching that shit. They're not there yet. Not with Smart Hulk. If you're doing World War Hulk and a World Breaker Hulk as like a interquel, what? I know some people were worried they were gonna do Amadeus Cho. I'm like, they're not gonna do Amadeus Cho. But them doing Scar almost seems like a weirder choice.
Yeah. I
Like,
wouldn't be mad
think
at
I might
Amadeus
have-
Cho if they were to do that.
Might have rathered that they did Amadeus Cho, Brawn. It's like, well, you have there were more serums in that thing. Also,
Yeah.
was it?
No, he
that
didn't
was weird
incinerate
that,
them
like,
all.
maybe. Did you think it was weird that was it Josh wasn't there at the meeting? Did I miss him? Am I tripping?
What do you wait? Say it again.
Isn't it weird Josh wasn't at the lodge or that huge meeting?
He said he hired him. He said he hired Josh.
Oh,
He wasn't
okay.
part of like the band group. Yeah.
Okay, I thought he was like part of it proper. Okay. All right,
He's like, I hired him to seduce you.
That gets a pass. I'll say that like the dialogue going into it, low key made me laugh because of like how right on Nikki was. It's like, oh, don't forget to say females, and it worked. I'm just like, I mean, when she was giving him the like advice on what to say, I'm like, she's not wrong though, and that's the fucking problem. if I walked into a room, not with like you or any of my homeboys, because you know how my crowd rolls, but if I walked into like a barbershop or some shit, it's like, bruh, these motherfucking females today, bro, they don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what's up with Marvel, bro. They got too many motherfucking females in this bitch. Like, just give me Thor, nigga. Like, they be like, yeah! Like, bro, I don't give a fuck. All I want to see is Black Panther, Thor, Black Cat, and shit, Spider-Man. And they'd be like, oh, this nigga spitting facts. Like, there's just some goofy ass 4chan ass motherfuckers talking about and a Lady Thor. I'm like, bro, Lady Thor is not the problem with that movie. In fact, she's one of the better parts of that movie aside from her catchphrases.
Right. And then motherfuckers actually out, like they're just holy ass calling you out. And then motherfuckers in the real world are salty, like, oh, they're trying to lose fans? Why they gotta make fun of the fans? I'm like,
it's like, you feeling attacked.
Feeling right. Like, you feeling some pressure right now.
It's like, yeah, this is one of the few times I'm like, the writing's not that bad.
Bro, I wish they would have dropped the MCU. I wish someone would have said it.
Oh my god, that would have been perfect.
Funny.
That would have been fun. See, and like, it's weird. I think throughout the season, the fourth wall breaking moments, I think, are some of the funniest. Maybe because Tatiana Maslany can sell it extremely well.
Yeah.
Oh, and to your point earlier about like, yeah, how we're surprised she can get a date. I think it's just because like she's a lawyer and was probably a shut-in. Like we saw the one video of her turning up, which, by the way, I didn't know she could move like that. I know it was 3 seconds, but the crush I have developed on Tatiana Maslany through the season, I will say, is quite surprising. She has a very likable personality. Oh, that was the other thing that I wanted to mention to you too about what I think is like a connective thread between episodes 8 and 9 and episode 1. So, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, man. Remember in episode 1 where she was talking about how she managed her anger because she's a woman? People like got angry about it. It's like, you don't know what the Hulk's been through. He like put a gun in his mouth and the other guy spat the bullet out. He's been like suicidal. I'm like, fair. Those are all good points, but that is more exclusive to Bruce being Bruce and not Bruce being a man. That was kind of why Like the end of that statement was unnecessary, and that's I think what people take more umbrage with because it's a little goofy and clunky. But I think that is actually an interesting commentary, sort of, which I'm hoping this is their intent. I'm hoping not giving them more credit than they're due. But in like 8 and
Well,
9,
someone called that out in the episode that Bruce almost put a bullet in his mouth. Is that what you're saying?
no, but people have mentioned this is like it feels like she's invalidating his emotions because she has had different experiences as a woman than he has as a man, so it's like easier for to manage her anger. But I think 8 and 9, you know, actually point out her hypocrisy as such. Granted, her anger is justified in those moments. Like in episode 8, she gets the thing that sets her off is revenge porn, which is something that statistically happens more to women. And that was something
Yeah.
that made her break her anger. So I think it more so looking back at it, it kind of in a way points out that even Jen is wrong about how she understands herself.
Yeah.
Because
I wish
think
we could have
about
dove it into that.
how much during the season she kind of like fights against being what other people expect her to be, including her cousin. I think it's
Mhm.
you know, because like she doesn't want to be the She-Hulk until she feels she's kind of accepted that moniker, down to the name, down to being a representative for her law firm, down to even how Bruce is like, okay, you're a Hulk now. These are the things that come with it. You have to learn how to manage your anger. And she's like, stop telling me how to be me. Which I think that's what the narrative was going for. So even if you take that line, it's like, which I think she's kind of right. Maybe because I have like a lot of women in my life that do bitch about weird shit that they've encountered from men. Because some, some men do some really weird shit. Some women do some weird shit,
Facts.
but like, you know,
Facts.
disproportionately to women, it's usually from men. Women do weird shit to women too. Men do weird shit from men. But like in this case, it's like, yeah. So it's like, she on a day-to-day basis, yeah, Bruce has to worry about less in terms of his anger management being a man. A bunch of other bullshit that he has to deal with, obviously so. So yeah, on that point, it's incomparable. But like on a day-to-day management, I think he's probably fine, other than battling with literally his own demons. If he was a regular, if I had to bank on who like had to deal with a little bit more like harassment, propensity for like physical abuse, shit like that, I'd probably say Jen. Jen has to put up with a little bit more, but Jen doesn't realize.
100%.
But Jen doesn't realize until she's in that situation that I have less control of my anger in very nuanced situations than I thought I do, particularly with me being a woman. Because shit that happened to
Yeah.
her in episode 8 probably wouldn't happen to Bruce. Ain't nobody leaking
No.
Bruce Banner's nudes. Nobody like
Right.
posting
Nobody
revenge
cares.
porn of him at like a science convention. I'm like,
I wish we could have addressed that some.
yeah,
I feel like that was
because
something that
like
we should. Yeah.
ties,
Because
ties into the point you
she
were making
lost it. She
earlier.
broke a wall, bro.
Hey, yeah, they really bugged out and they're like, bro, she broke some panels. Like, give her a receipt, and she like, we're not arresting the niggas that posted it and we're there in the back room. The system is definitely fucked. It's like, we're worried about the wrong one. But
You know, the thing I didn't get is the fact that so they kind of wrapped everything up because the episode's 35 minutes, right? And then
Yeah.
with them going to the MCU headquarters, they kind of cut time away from what the runtime would have been. So they wrap everything up, and then she's a lawyer by the end of the show. But the whole thing with her losing her job in the first place was because she quote unquote lost control, and then people couldn't trust her. But they didn't do anything to justify because her reaction
job and
to what
shit,
happened and the intelligentsia are two separate issues. And I felt like because they didn't have enough time, like, and she's a lawyer again. It doesn't matter that she did that. There's no consequences because we got to end the show and the season's over. I was like, no, I don't think that's how that works. So like, what because they found intelligentsia, she just gets her job back like off screen automatically.
She was suing. said she was going to sue what's his face at the end, which I believe she did. For which they're in California.
Defamation.
I think in California you can get like actual jail time for revenge porn, which is pretty reasonable. But yeah, it's like I guess they like put her on the raft and shit. I'm like off of that. I'm sorry, bro. There was worse shit like earlier that week. You know, like a mortal man jumped out of a window and landed on a car.
Right. You know, also something that bothered me is the fact that the one homie
It really grinds my gears.
It really grinds my gears. The one homie who was in the meditation group, who was like one of the wrecking crew, and Jen like
Yeah.
forgave him. Never once did she ask him why or what he was doing.
Yeah.
And then he was also there. So he had to have known about the men's group. Like, you're not gonna inform your homie about what the fuck's going on with like, and who's trying to get you? Like, what? That was dumb. That was really dumb.
It's like I will say for that episode, I am glad that it wasn't like a setup. I was really worried that was the direction they were going. Like we all knew Josh was going to be the dude from Intelligentsia. You could read the writing on the wall like a mile away. But like
Also, I fucking called it. I called it Todd was the Hulk King before it happened. Like the episode. Before, it's him. He's
yeah.
the guy.
There's an inkling there. I'm just
It
like
seemed obvious, but I was like, maybe it's not going to be that.
It wasn't a surprise. It was like, oh, all right,
right.
It's so obvious. I kind of overlooked it. Like,
exactly.
Todd, it's too easy. Oh, okay. But what I thought was going to happen with the Lodge episode is I thought, like, I got worried that it was going to be like, it was a setup and they're all in on Intelligentsia and they're going to try and jump Jen. And it's like, no, they're actually being cool. That was another episode I think kind of feeds into the theme of it being like Jen having issues with her emotional management. Cause you see how much she just lost it when she got ghosted. Like, she was neurotic. She was snippy. I'm just like, see, there's a lot more anger than just base level. Like, maybe I'm biased. I do a lot of like teaching of anger management a lot. So I have the conversation about it a lot. So I can see through it very easily in a lot of situations. But it's like,
question.
Yes.
We got a lawyer in the MCU. We got a surgeon. We got a photographer. We get a billionaire. Are there any heroes that double as a therapist? Do we have any therapist crime fighters out here in the MCU or in the Marvel universe?
No,
I don't think so.
Steve hosted he's not a therapist, but he did have he had a support group, but he's not a therapist.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm like,
wait. Sam was a social worker.
Sam was a social worker in the comics, yeah.
I think he was in the show too. Not in the show,
no,
but
he was
his canon.
He was military.
Oh wait, no, you're right. It was in the comics. Never mind. You're right. That was comics, Sam. It's not in the MCU. It is in the comics.
Because I'm like, Jen need to talk to somebody. She need to.
Oh, absolutely.
She needs some stuff to unpack.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any like psychologists or therapists in the MCU or in Marvel in general. I mean, a handful.
There should be. Marvel, if you listen to this, make a therapist character. That kicks ass. They're not taking clients.
Mr.
Therapist
Terrific.
just for superheroes. Boom.
Apparently, Mr. Terrific is one.
Is he really?
Not the DC one. Apparently, he has it. Let's see what the Marvel fandom page says.
I got you. I got you intrigued now. You're like, wait a goddamn minute. Are there any
fucking
therapists?
randos?
Rando heroes? What, some D-list?
I guess Professor X. I think.
Is he though? Is he a therapist?
Like, is he a therapist or can he just read minds? Like, very
right.
A various amount of Jericho drums. So what's that nigga's name? The Black Sorcerer Supreme. You know what I'm talking about.
Dr. Voodoo?
Yeah, Brother Voodoo.
Brother Voodoo. He's a therapist?
Maybe. He's a psychologist, apparently.
Is he? Okay. I didn't know that.
There is a Stephen Strange who is a psychologist.
Interesting.
Very interesting. It's like, wonder if they'll transplant that, because like all these fucking traumatized ass motherfuckers in the MCU, you would think somebody's seeing somebody, but the only time we've ever seen like a therapy-esque session was that one post-credit scene of Tony talking to Bruce. He's like, of all my doctorates, none of them are in therapy, right?
Right. Also, Winter Soldier talking to his case manager.
And that's about it, because he had like
No, she was his therapist, right? I think she was his therapist.
Yeah, because they did group therapy together. So she was like a VA therapist. So she was one. I think she was court mandated, actually.
Okay, so we got one. We got one in there.
Yes. Jericho Drum gained a degree in psychology in the United States of America, which is the most vague sentence ever. Doesn't say that he's licensed or practicing, but you could do some really interesting shit, honestly. You do like a combination of mental health and magic, maybe I'll I will say I think episode 8 was my favorite, the one with Leapfrog and the return of one Matthew Murdock.
Oh, hands fucking down.
I visually it was the most distinct. I really like the chemistry between Matthew and Jennifer. Oh, so something I noticed slightly in that one, and even more so in this one. Did you notice that Charlie Cox's accent was slipping a little bit?
Was it really? I did not notice that.
Go back and watch the end scene of episode 9. You can hear it. I'm like,
really?
It's been like 5 years. I'm not mad. I'm just glad he's back. I'm not. It doesn't bother me like in Dark Phoenix, where it was like floating accents and shit, or Apocalypse. But it was just like, mind you, I haven't heard Charlie Cox speak with his proper accent in a while. I can just, if I know that you're British, I'm gonna keep an ear out, because like Tom Holland keeps his usually on lock. He had it on lock during No Way Home. Don't know what happened.
Garfield's pretty good at it.
Yeah, but weirdly enough, in a couple moments here during that scene, I'm just like, was that the take we wanted to stick with? It's like, I'm only here for a week, and I'm just like, there it is. Out for like a sentence. He tried to pull it back in, and it's like I don't know, his voice sounds like less grizzly, I think, in the episodes he's in. But nah, he was doing the damn thing. I thought it was great. Episode 8 is definitely probably my favorite.
It's the best. You know why that one's the best is because that episode is the one episode of the season that feels like it belongs in the type of She-Hulk show that you would expect when they pitch the show.
Correct.
Because it's like
1,000%
case of the week. Yeah, because it's a case of the week kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
She's both doing her She-Hulk thing and she's doing her lawyer thing. It's like it's the perfect episode. It's the best of both worlds. But it's the only one of the entire series that's like that.
It's so weird because, like, it was balanced on all fronts. Like, chemistry was good, visuals were good. Like the lighting at the end was weirdly good on Jen's CGI ass face. It was something that really stood out to me. Like the police lights were flashing on her green skin. I'm like, that looks really good. And everything was good. I was talking to one of my friends, and she's like, everything was great up until the part where she said, wait, this is supposed to be the end, right? I mean, we're not going to set up something for the next episode. And I'm like, oh, there's more? And then they did all that. And so she got pissed at the episode when everything happened with the Lawyer of the Year award, with the Southern California Law Gala thing. And that was the part.
Oh, really?
Because it like, it for her, it felt like it kind of came out of nowhere. It's like, sis, like, I get you're pissed, but you know,
she did drop talking about the gala for like multiple times in the episode, which she's never brought up in any other episode. So
okay,
the way the episode felt like this is the episode and this is all we're talking about. But they did drop hints about this is something that they're going to do.
Yeah, and it's not that the gala came out of nowhere. I think the execution of it wasn't her favorite thing. For me, it was fine. It didn't bother me. But something that does bother me, and this is a running issue up until the last episode, and this is this is going to be a bit of a comic accurate sort of nitpick, but Jen, the entire season has no kind of fucking drip. Jesus Christ. How does she have a personal stylist and her outfits are bland as shit? A whole season, except for the purple suit at the end, where I'm like, yay, she got the purple suit. I do all of her other outfits suck, bro. Like that's
Bro,
a key thing.
She didn't have drip before she met Luke because she's had to wear
She didn't
really
have
big
drip
man.
after she met Luke, bro. That dress was ugly
Oh,
as
you
shit.
You didn't like her blue little sundress? You didn't like that?
No. And that scene in the wedding made no sense either. When she came in, she's like, babe, your ass looks fantastic. How do you see it from the front? She's not that goddamn thick, nigga. Like,
right, exactly.
don't got that Doja Cat rapper. Like, don't get me wrong. Jen's thick. Shit. Tatiana Maslany got a little body on her. She know what she's doing. But she was walking straight to you and said, babe, your ass looks amazing. How can you see it, bitch? What mutant power is that?
Right.
You can see yams from 30 yards. It's like a bad bitch approaches over yonder. Like, how the fuck? No. All her dresses, trash. Pantsuits, trash. Even her actual costume, low-key trash. Oddly enough, when she's Jennifer, it looks good. When she's She-Hulk, mid as fuck. I don't really care for the design. She's had cooler designs in the comics. Just steal one of those. Bro, look at her comic covers for her current run. It's only like 5 issues out. Drippy, drippy, drippy. No misses. Her in the 70s. Drippy, drippy, drippy. No misses. She don't miss. She's a style icon. What the fuck happened here, bro? I get it. She's fictional. But like, we can't do better? Like, what happened? You know? Like, did Noah in the office? Everybody looked at that blue and white dress on that muted green skin and said, we bad. The hoes gonna love this. The hoes did not love it, my friend. The hoes did not love it one bit.
Did you see the picture I showed you? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's one of the ones from the current run, which is actually a solid book, but
it's a solid suit too.
Right. Like if you look up the pictures and shit, I'm just like, what the hell happened?
I'm
Used to be fly as fuck.
Her gloves. Right. They didn't give Shoki her gloves.
Yeah. It's like just like even,
rock that.
and it's like it's not even like a sexual thing really. He just knows how to fucking dress. I think that's the thing is like the dichotomy between they're trying to do a narrative about Jen accepting She-Hulk as part of herself. I think it's like talking about like it's like, oh, She-Hulk is like the popular girl and I'm the meek and nerdy girl. We don't really get that dichotomy. There's like spots of it, like with the twerk scene, and when she like knocks out all of the wrecking crew, which those poor guys got wasted. That's a shame. But like we don't really see what makes it's kind of like the difference between Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Like Peter Parker's just like a regular ass dude, but Spider-Man, he's cocky, he's loud, he's overzealous, like he's full of himself. So what makes like I get She-Hulk is Jen, but I would imagine it's like those are elements that Jen kind of can feel more confident in. I think that's the thing is like why people are less attracted to Jen is because she kind of sticks to her books. She just wants to be a lawyer and go in and go out and just like not really bother anybody. But She-Hulk is a literal 6'7" green woman. She's impossible to miss. So it's like, where does she walk? Yeah, like that. Like, where does she walk in that confidence? Where is that? And it's like, we don't really, she still kind of has, not so much the insecurities, but it's just like, it just seems like more Jen, but a little less insecure. But it's not Jen plus confidence. It's just Jen minus insecurities.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, we get a sense that She-Hulk is Jen, but we don't really get to see Jen become She-Hulk in like a spiritual sense or like a embodiment sense, like a total acceptance. We never get the full total acceptance of her She-Hulk persona.
Yeah, because it's like it's not like it's not like Spider-Man. It's not like Iron Man. It's not like Black Panther, where they all have suits. This is like you can change your suit, you can change your clothes, but like the thing that makes you this identity is what extension of yourself is it? Like Tony Stark being Iron Man, that's pretty one-to-one. Steve Rogers being Captain America, Sam Wilson being Captain America, those are all like one-to-one, but they're costumes. This is you. Will, you're a big green lady, or you're a big green dude. So it's like what is the more? What if there's supposed to be a difference, what's the difference?
Yeah. And hopefully in season 2 we get more of that, get to see what makes her in a sense.
I want more
accept that side of
it.
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't do that. I was gonna say, do you think they'll put She-Hulk in the Fantastic Four? Like
Not it.
She got switch it up.
I think she might cameo to reference that because I think I'm thinking if they're casting Fantastic Four, they want people for the long game. Which I'm thinking do it right. That means we're gonna get Future Foundation at some point, and I think that will be a roster switch. You'll do like She-Hulk, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider,
Wolverine,
and like a Miss Marvel.
Okay, I'm all in there. Okay,
yeah.
All right, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that.
That's what I could see if they go that way.
No, I feel like if they were to do Future Foundation and they're trying to make it apparent that this was like the evolution or derivative of the Fantastic Four, I feel like at least one of the OG members would have to be there.
Probably Thing.
Yeah, I could see it.
Maybe Johnny. Either Johnny or Thing. I can't see Sue or Reed not being with their kids. And Reed is a dickhead, sure, but you're like not like a regular one. He's just very stubborn about his science.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I would love to see that Peter Parker Johnny relationship. Form of it on screen.
And look, in my version of Spidey, that's the trio. It's Johnny Storm, Peter Parker, and Bobby Drake. Literally have all your bases covered. You have an Avenger, a Fantastic Four, and a mutant.
Yeah.
Like you see those pictures I got down there in the chat. This is recent. This is from like the past year.
Yeah, great fits.
Yeah,
she'll keep rocking some great fits.
Like you see how good she looks, how stylish.
Yeah, no, she's got drip for sure.
And just like that was completely absent from this show.
Except, I mean, the last one was cool, but hopefully,
I like the purple pantsuit. That is the one that I did like. I give them that.
She had a purple pantsuit. Which episode was that?
At the end of this episode, at the end of episode 9.
No, she's wearing a skirt.
You're right. My bad. It was a purple. Yeah, you're right. I did like the outfit. So like the skirt and jacket. But it was purple. So it looked good.
Yeah, we got to get this girl some. You need to fire Luke Jacobson or find some better fits that would suit you, because I'm not believing that he's this hard person to get to if he can't even give you some desirable clothes. Speaking of desirable clothes,
I was gonna say, well, how'd you feel about Daredevil's new outfit?
Twinning them, bro. That's exactly what I was about to ask you.
Well, I'm of two minds about it.
Okay.
On the one hand, I respect them doing the classic OG yellow and brown. However,
on the other hand, it's ugly as hell.
It has always been an ugly combination. It has never been a cool. It's never been a cool outfit. It's just a classic outfit.
Right.
Like, I'm impressed. Like, here's the thing. That is about as good as you can make it look. Like, I'm glad we got to see it in the daytime. didn't really like. We got to see a Daredevil suit in the daylight. That's really cool.
Yeah, and it looks not bad, you know.
Like design wise, it's very. It seems like it builds off the Netflix one a lot. I'm just waiting for him to get the
It's
DVDs.
similar. I don't know if you've done it too, but I've done it a few times. The side by side, looking at the yellow suit versus the second version of his suit from Netflix. Because I feel like his first cowl was booty. His first cowl was ass. Not the black mask, but the one
black one was sick.
Season one. The black one was sick. Well, he's technically. Well, I guess now if Charlie Cox has technically had 5 Daredevil suits. Because the one in season 1 and the one in season 3 are different.
Yeah,
even though they look similar.
I mean, even his black suits actually have minor alterations because he wears different compression shirts. The only reason I know this is because I was looking for those shirts for the longest time. It's a pain in the ass.
Well, that and in the second version of the black suit, he has like the white underneath, and his hands are wrapped up in gauze.
Yeah,
and the other one it's not like that.
They're like minor variations essentially.
Yeah, but the mask between his first, I don't know if the suit itself changes. I think the suit itself might be the same, but when he gets the suit updated, the mask is different and the gloves are different. And I think
the shoulders are actually different too. The armor is more
in between his first red suit and his second red suit.
Oh no, sorry, I'm talking about the red suits and his yellow and brown one, his toilet bowl suit.
Okay. No, I think that ultimately it's like a similar design, like as far as the patterning goes.
Yes.
But how it's put together is different. Like if you pull up 2 pictures side by side, the midsection of the suit and the arms of the suit are 2 separate pieces. But in the actual
that's what I was
Netflix
going to say.
One,
yeah,
it's one whole thing.
It's like a vest. The original was like a whole top piece. But the one that he has here is like those are sleeves, sort of some sleeve like design at least. His arms go through it.
Also, weirdly enough, in spite of the fact that the design of the cowl itself is the same, it fits him better in this show. Even though I don't like the coloring, but the way it fits on his head. Because if you look at
people were complaining about that, and it never bothered me. I know what people were because about the cowl and how it looked in the maybe it's the way it's shaped.
I think in Netflix. I think not just in the shape, because remember how I was complaining about how the nose stuck out? It didn't bother me in She-Hulk. And I think what it was a matter of,
wait a minute,
I feel like his mask in the Daredevil show, his second mask, was a little too small for his head. And this one looked to fit just right, because it looked like an extension of his face.
I think
the other one looked like he was wearing a mask.
I think in a way you're correct. I'm jumping back and forth. So here's the thing I noticed. The horns are placed differently. A little bit.
Are they really? No.
I think the horns on the Netflix one, at least one of the suits I'm looking at, one of them is right above the eyes. And the red ones are right above the eyes. The yellow ones.
Are you looking at the first version of the red suit or the second version of the red suit?
I think it's the first.
Because there's 2 different masks in the red suit.
He does. And I think
because the first mask, the face part where his eyes are, that part is black. And the second mask, the entire cowl is red.
Because I think it's the all red cowl. But because I'm also looking at a hot toy. But one of the suits, the horns are like directly above the eyes, and in this one the horns are clearly on like the edge of the eyes. So
I need to see that.
It looks wider. Not in a bad way, but I think that plays a role. Weirdly enough, the distance of the horns I think makes it also look smaller.
Bro, I love that we're actually taking the time to go into this.
I know, but it's like because we haven't been able to.
I don't know any other friends that will take this time to go into some goddamn suit.
I know, but like, hear me out, bro. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
God damn it.
But no, like if you
they're higher. Are they higher up? Hold up.
They're higher, and no, they're about the same height, but they're designed clearly.
They're above his eyes, technically.
No, they're both above his eyes, but one is like center with his eyes, and the other one kind of like goes a little wider than that, I think.
Bro, because you're looking at the OG suit. Put the pictures in the chat that you're looking at.
Okay. Yes. Okay, that's the difference. It is the OG suit. The OG suit, I'm looking at it right now. Finally, I can see them next to each other. I haven't found a picture on Google that has them side by side. And it's annoying as shit. So the season,
Because it looks weird. If you look at his OG mask, it looks fucking weird.
yeah, because the horns are directly above his eyes. Like if you look at his eyes and follow his eye line up, his horns are there. If you look at it in She-Hulk, they go off a little bit more. They're kind of pointed like horns would be. I think that helps the aesthetic of the appearance a little bit. And I think the third suit fixed the problems with that first one a little bit.
Yeah, look in the chat. Look at the difference between those two masks.
Yeah. Yes. So
That first mask is fucking ugly. It makes his face look squished.
Y'all leave this man alone.
It makes him look.
Jesus Christ, those suits are so dark. Oh my God. Really, we're given like scraps.
But also look how far on his side profile. Look how far the cowl goes up.
Oof. That is,
it's deep.
and in retrospect, that is okay. I'll say it now. It's been 5 years. The suit design for Daredevil was never really that great. It was kind of overly done. This
you didn't like it?
I didn't really. I think because it broke up the red and black was a little too unnecessary. It could have just painted it all red. I get it. Certain parts of the armor like deflect bullets and other parts deflect knives, so he can know what part to be mindful of. But I mean, just look at how colorfully coherent the one is in She-Hulk. Like design wise, I still wish they would simplify it just a touch more. It's still very patty. I get why, but also like he's a ninja too.
Yeah. Do you see what I mean when we're looking at because I put two side by side.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying about that. Because like when I was looking at it and I looked at his nose, yeah, it does fit better.
But also look how far the cloth goes up on his face on the Disney Plus one versus how far back it is on the Netflix one.
Yeah. Ooh.
Do you see that?
I do.
Because on the Disney Plus
one, it's
the
Netflix one is by his ears and the other one covers like half his face.
Exactly.
So am I the only one that thought it was funny when he put his helmet on, it mysteriously came back up to his ears and covered his ears again?
Wait, what?
Yeah, so when she pops his thing off, like it's just she only takes off the top cowl, but he doesn't have like his head covered. And then when
for real?
When he puts it back on, it mysteriously rolls back over his ears.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Go back and watch it. It's like it's not a nitpick. I just think it's really funny because I assume that he has like a little baklava that he wears under that and wears the helmet on top. Because it's obviously not attached to it in any of.
You say baklava like the dessert?
Oh, I meant what's the shit called?
You said baklava.
Was it balaclava or whatever?
I don't know. Oh, like, bro, we talking about dessert? Like, what we eating pastries?
No, it's whatever the head mask is. I know it. I know I'm not tripping. Yeah, but balaclava.
Balaclava. Okay, it's in the ballpark.
Yeah. A ski mask. It's a ski mask is what I meant.
Right. Those words are cousins. I don't blame you.
Did you just call him a pastry? No, I meant a balaclava, a ski mask.
Balaclava.
So yeah, he wears a ski mask, obviously underneath it in all of these.
Right,
which has always been.
No, I saw a picture earlier of like what his it was a set photo of Charlie Cox wearing the yellow suit, but he didn't have like the cowl part on, so he just had the ski mask part, and it was like over his head.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened to that photo?
Did you send that to me? It's got to be over his head. It's just funny that like I know that suit is hot as hell. That shit does not look light.
No.
It looks like a
No,
very
no.
thick material.
Yes, it does. And it was like bro, I think it's even thicker. The one on Netflix is thicker than it was.
It is thicker because, like, dead ass. The other ones,
his neck is thick. He got that thick neck.
like,
You didn't have that thick neck before.
the Netflix one, that's dead ass like a ski mask. But the one on, the one on She-Hulk is like, Pat, he got some more money, is what happened.
Yeah. No. Yep. 100%.
Sure, he did.
He had that budget. What? Nicolas Cage is Dracula? I didn't know that. I'm sorry, sidetrack. But yeah, he got that budget. He got that upgrade. I'm trying to find that
You got
photo.
some good. God damn, this shit is bright like piss yellow. Golly.
It's piss yellow.
Yeah, in the red part,
it looks real bright in the daytime.
I'm looking at the picture from the newest episode in the daytime, and which again, for the purpose that it's supposed to serve, it looks good. The colors, look, you have the colors of piss and shit on your outfit. It's never gonna look good. I'm sorry. Red and black looks better, but those outfits were designed worse. So if he had those old colors on this new suit, it'd be fine. It should be all red. He needs the DD logo. He's close. We're very close to perfection. Honestly, they make the vest brighter. They turn the rest red, and maybe have the white parts be black. You straight. I could fuck with it. Not ideal, but it is what it is. You got that but you know who he got? You know what his collar looks like? It looks like that Batman collar that Pattinson has.
It totally does. Yeah.
I was wondering why it looked familiar. That's what his headpiece looks like. It looks like Batman. Which is ironic because it's the Echo niggas.
Yeah, I found the picture I was talking about. I'm about to put it in the chat.
And yeah, if you look at in the daytime, it is clearly he's wearing a vest over that yellow suit.
Yeah, see, do you see it? I put it in the Discord chat.
This man is obviously he's wearing black boots.
Right?
Look, I'm zooming in.
The top of the head is black.
He looks so
and
so adorable.
It's interesting. The design of it, at least the torso, is the same as the Netflix one, but all the spots that were black
they're red.
Put it red.
This okay. All right, yeah, there's a problem here. This suit is over designed as fuck. Jesus, it's busy.
That's why they put it in the dark, so you don't have to see all the design.
Well, because like here's the thing, that's my issue with the Netflix one. It's too damn busy. Like I get it, you need pads to like protect, but like Jen's suit isn't this busy. Like her superhero suit.
No, it's simple. It's very simple.
Like it's a couple lines, sure, but it's like it's stretch material. Like Jen's has a shirt that like I could see somebody wearing at the gym. Like her full body thing, I could probably see somebody wearing that type of onesie at the gym.
You think they're gonna start selling that as like gym attire now that it's a thing? It's a real thing.
I would even hold you, dog. I'd wear it. I'd rock it. They might be selling it now as we speak. It's probably on sale right now.
Up at the squat rack in your She-Hulk fit.
Get thick with the She-Hulk fit, but man, this is like it seems too stiff. I think it seems too stiff and bulky for somebody that's supposed to be jumping around like he does. Not
right, and then the way he was flying in the episode 8, I'm like, okay, they give him that Marvel money. CG movement.
Because back on Netflix, they just had to have some stuntman and just say, "Good luck, good luck, buddy. Hope you can land this."
Right. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, which I mean, like, and the fight scene in it was solid. They teased us with a hallway scenario. They didn't go all the way with it, which I'm like, yeah, it's all right. But when Born Again comes,
a little bit.
When Born Again comes, you have to give us a hallway fight, a one-er hallway fight. We're used to it now.
Please.
I thought the fight choreography was good in that scene, but it's just like, they cut away just a smidge too much for my liking, but it was still good. It was better than some other things I've seen from other Marvel shows. So it wasn't super duper jumpy. I'm just like, but just a touch. Just I want to see a little more of the people.
Mm-hmm. Just a little more, just a tad.
Yeah, this suit is busy as fuck. Like, what does he need a belt buckle for?
To hold his pants up.
Where's the seam?
Don't worry about that. He knows where it is.
Because here's the thing.
He's blind.
So they put him in jumpsuits because he's blind? Don't trust him to pick his clothes?
Clearly, did you see his design?
Shit.
You don't know what that shit look like.
Like, he was drippy with the black, he was drippy with the red, but the minute this motherfucker stepped out with brown and yellow, put a giant D on his chest, he said, "Hoes finna love this." He said, "I'm about to kill these bitches with this one." Even did you see the poster? He got that, I had to do it to him. Look.
Oh yeah.
Hold up, I'm put it in the chat. He got the I had to do it to. Hey yo, let's talk about that actually briefly. That episode is the strongest one of the season, undoubtedly.
Oh yeah.
Matt Murdock might be the devil in Hell's Kitchen, but one thing, that nigga got some dog in him for sure. One thing about Matt Murdock, he gonna bust a shawty down. DTD, not the draws.
The game is stupid.
His
with
game
Matt
is
Murdock.
dumb. Matt had a shawty every season. Even in a cameo, he's picking up the baddest women. Season 1, he had Claire. Season 2, he had Elektra. Season 3, what's her face? The white chick, Deborah Ann Wall. You know who I'm talking about.
Karen.
He bust down Karen's cheek. He met Jen. Not 2 days. That night, Randy Yeeks. He's a legend. Certified street legend. He's a city boy.
Uncontested. Tony Stark ain't got shit on him.
He don't. 4 for 4, bar for bar, untouchable. A blind man who can. Was that you that I was messaging? Where I'm just like, can you imagine? Because his senses are heightened. He go down to each. He walked past you, and he's just like, pH is off, and just like walks away. You can smell that shit before you even take the panties down. He's just like, you're wet. Well, yo, did you see how he hit Jen with that cold ass line that women like to use on men? It's like, why your heart beating so fast, Jennifer? She's like, my heart's not beating fast. Fuck you. He's like,
it's real smooth with it.
Too smooth with the shit.
Real
It's like,
calm, collected.
Like you definitely had somebody laid up on your chest like, hee, why your heart beating so fast? Nah, he flipped the script. He said, hey Jen, what's your heart beating so fast for, girl? What's wrong? What's up with you?
This motherfucker may be blind, but one thing he's seen for sure is them panties drop.
Right. Or sure, like they went back to his crib, boots on the floor. He had the stride of pride when he left that bitch. Full costume. He don't give a fuck. He don't live here. What they gonna do? Who's gonna stole this nigga? Like, that's the best part. He was walking with no cane.
Caneless.
Right. Just pure ears. He's just like, this is grass. This is the sidewalk. That's a dog. I don't even know if he knew where the fuck he was going. I think he just walked till he found the street, or he was walking to an Uber or something.
Are you talking about when he did the walk of shame?
Oh, bro, that's a stride of pride. Got the game fucked up.
Stride of pride, hey.
That's a stride of pride if I ever seen it. He had a smile on his face
Yes,
and everything.
sir.
He's like, yes, sir, yes, sir. I tore up Jen Walters and She-Hulk. He took on both of them and won. The only person that could, the only thing that could defeat She-Hulk this season were relationship anxiety and a blind nigga. One blind man with the right swagger. Like, bro.
I always did say in that Matt Murdock, watch out for the Murdoch boys. They got the devil in them.
Hey, he got the dog in him is what he got it. Watch out for the Murdoch boys. They got that dog. Bro, his mom was a nun. You know how bad of a dude you gotta be to turn a woman out and then she has to find God? His father was a dog too. He said, I can't do this. I need to find Jesus after that. It's like he got more. The devil ain't the only D he got in him. I need to get away from you. He got that devil dick in him. Watch out for the Murdoch boys. They got that devil dick on them. He's slinging more than cans, boy. Boy, I tell you. Matt was a real triple OG. His whole episode, the shit was hilarious. And then he literally dropped in the finale. Like, what if Matt Murdock came up again? And everyone's like, yeah, what if Matt Murdock showed up again? I kind of like y'all together.
You gotta, bro. You gotta be a smooth motherfucker to buy She-Hulk a green drink across the bar where you can't even see the fucking color of the drink.
Right. he had to ask her, what did I just buy for you? You gotta be a smooth motherfucker to literally have met her and known her for less than 24 hours. Not only run the cheeks, but be invited to the family cookout.
Chill, yeah.
How was this motherfucker at dinner? Getting drilled at her whole family.
Like, damn, they really trying to convince his ass to move to LA too. I'm like, are they about to do this? Is he about to come out to LA with Shulky?
I'm cool with it.
I don't think so.
Hope Foggy comes back.
I do too. I think they purposely avoided talking about his practice.
What the name of that practice was? Well, yeah, that's right.
Right.
Right, because he was just independent, wasn't he, at the end of season 3? Foggy was at that big company, because I don't think they got back together. Like, they were friends, but
not.
Can't remember. But
because he was working with what's her name, right? The chick from Jessica Jones.
Oh, yeah. Trinity from The Matrix.
Yeah.
He was, because I remember he was working. Yeah, because he was making that good money. Because his hair was different, his drip was different. My shoes better, my drip better, my clothes better than yours.
Fuck Little Caesars. Fuck Domino's.
Oh, why did Matt eat her ass up in the courtroom like that though? Like,
right.
For a pro bono lawyer, he destroyed her. He flew through that case. He walked in for 10 minutes, probably made 100 bands off of that.
He ate cases like that for breakfast, bro. That wasn't shit to him.
Hey, every time Jem would come up with something, she's like, what about this? He's like, actually, Your Honor, it don't matter because this, and this. I'm like, God damn, Matt, let her breathe. You know
the one thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah. The one thing in the episode where I was like, good on you, Matt. But I'm like, it also didn't make sense was the fact that motherfucker brought the boots to the trial so Matt could smell it. I was just like, why you just got the boots sitting on the table like that?
He's stupid. That's why.
I'm like, okay.
As they clearly showed, that motherfucker was dumb the entire trial because he just like, oh, what'd you put in those boots? And it's like, rocket jet fuel, baby. And like the way both of them were like, we got your ass now. It's like, rocket jet, didn't I specifically tell you not to put that in there? I'm like, God. Even Jem was like, God damn, you put the wrong shit into the boots.
Right.
I mean, he almost blew himself up from the ankles down over the stupidest shit because he don't fucking listen.
Right. I like how Matt was like, don't ask me how I know. I just know.
Like, don't worry about it,
so
bitch.
You like that with a lot of shit.
Right. It's like, hey, mind your business, ho. Like, that's how
Jen's like, how you know? The next day, Jen's like, how you do that one move? How you do that one move again? She's like, don't ask me how I know. I just know.
Right. He's like, hey, yo, just hear me out.
He put it down. He got that dog in him.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying when they went back to her place and he did that one thing that she liked, she's like, how you know how to do that? He's like, don't ask me how I know. I just know.
He see the world on fire, but that pussy like, bloop, water.
Right.
He said, shit, I don't need eyes. I don't need eyes to fuck.
Exactly. You know what he doing.
I mean, we know. We saw him on Netflix. He clearly knows what he doing. He ain't new to this.
She was that. Right.
He's like, so only thing that's different is that she got superpowers. Woo.
Ooh. Right. He's so good. He's made her switch on command.
Right. Like, she busts. She just oh. And the whole, he's like, whoa, hold up. He hit that H spot. That Hulk spot.
The H. Oh there.
Whoa!
Clench on a little too tight. Hold up.
Right.
Go back for a second.
On that, you know he was cruising too, because he put on that clearly, obviously sweaty ass suit.
Right.
After fucking.
Sean,
After fighting crime.
Sean got that gorilla. Right. Jen don't got that gorilla grip. She got the Hulk grip.
Roar!
Ooh.
That ooga booga grip.
Got him like a Chinese finger trap.
she got.
Let me go.
She got that Jessica Gal. Or sorry, that Madam Gal. Jessica Gal's the showrunner. She got that Madam Gal grip.
Jen, change back.
Jen, change back. Matt, a real one. Matt will hold on. He says, "She."
No, just stay. Let's fall asleep like this. Jen,
help! I'm deaf. I can still breathe. Boy, can you imagine cuddling with Jen? Trying to be Big Spoon. You just sitting on her ass like a backpack.
Back.
It's like me trying to cuddle Meg the Stallion. Don't get me wrong. That's my dream. It's the life that I want to live for me. But nonetheless, like, he got one arm draped. He got one arm draped under the titties, on top of the stummy.
Right. Good night, Matthew. Good night, Dora. What?
He's like, good night. Wait, don't Matt know Spanish?
Wait, does he know Spanish? Oh yeah, because of Electra.
Buenos noches, Dora. Night, Matthew. Buenos noches, Jen. You're like, what the fuck? He speaks Spanish too. You can read dots and Espanol. Oh man! All right, we should probably move on to.
I hope they continue on in his show, because that was a fun dynamic. They had a great chemistry.
Yeah, they might have to bring some of the writing to who wrote that one. Who wrote episode 8. That was direction was good too. Yeah, Kat Quiro did solid directing that episode. Cody Ziegler, the writer on the Matt episode. Yeah, we didn't really talk much about Jessica Gao, the showrunner. She has an interesting. Oh, okay. Here's where you will probably know her the most. She was the writer for Pickle Rick.
For what?
Jessica Gao was the writer who wrote Pickle Rick from Rick and Morty.
Oh, cool. Okay, that was a great episode.
Yeah, she did a lot of writing on The Mighty Bee. She did a little bit of Big Time Rush, Back at the Barnyard. A lot of Nick shows. Robot Chicken. One episode of Silicon Valley. One episode of Lab Rats. But she was an executive story editor and was the writer for Pickle Rick. I don't know why that feels strangely appropriate. You got a primetime Emmy for Pickle Rick. Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
For her. And then she was the showrunner. She was all right. And then Cody Ziegler, LA-based writer. Oh, shit! Black guy.
What?
Cody Ziegler, the writer for episode 8, the best episode of the season. He's a black guy.
Oh.
He's a...
Awesome.
What is he? He has 12 writing credits.
I wrote Matt with that dog in him.
For sure. He's done a lot of shorts. He was a writer on all 9 episodes. I guess that he was just a key writer there. He was also a writer on Robot Chicken. He was a writer for Craig of the Creek. Shooting to Stardom with Chase Lopez. And some shorts. Interesting. Other thoughts on She-Hulk till we so we can move on to the other Disney shit.
I think we talked about it pretty thoroughly. You know, it was at the end of the day, it was a fun show. It wasn't my favorite of the Disney Plus shows, but you know, I'm excited to see wherever she pops up next, and I'm definitely tuning in for season 2.
Okay. All right. So we never had a chance to fully talk about it, and there's a lot to kind of dig into with it. Let's talk about D23. Mostly the Marvel stuff, though there's a couple adjacent things that we can talk about. Jesus. You were actually there. You want to talk about your experience was like at D23?
Oh yeah, it was cool. It was my first con going to alone,
Mhm.
and I was wondering. I was like, I didn't really know what I was in for. So when I got there, I was like, I don't know, man. I've been to a lot of comic conventions, and I don't know how Disney themselves are going to fill up a whole convention hall with panels and a showroom and this and that. And I was wrong. I was dead wrong. Yeah, Disney has a lot of fucking shit. They have a lot of properties, and I'm sure if they wanted to, they could fill up even double the space of what they had. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Disney got that money. Disney got that con money. Like, I'll give you an example. So every time you walk out of a major panel for their equivalent of Hall H, you would walk out with something, whether it be posters or a pin or some other sort of memorabilia. I went to most of them, and I got like 3 or 4 posters, and I got a 100-year anniversary Disney pin.
Nice.
Walking out. The last one I didn't go to was for the Disney parks, and in that room feels like, I want to say, close to, if not more than 2,000 people, and every single person that walked out of that room on that last panel I didn't go to got a little box of Portos with some pastries in it. Do you know what Portos is?
Do not.
Okay, it's like a West Coast kind of, I guess maybe it is a West Coast thing, but it's like a bakery chain, and it's really popular out here. But I'm like, you know how much money you got to get to order a delivery service to create over 2,000 of
Jesus
these things
Christ.
and keep them hot on demand?
That's
Yeah,
insane.
that shit was cool. It was insane. It was actually insane. I'm like, posters, okay, little pins, okay, but food, hot food on go for this many people, wild.
Next
But
level
yeah,
money.
I thought overall, yeah, for real. I thought overall the experience was really cool. I got to see some exclusive stuff for both Disney and Marvel that I was really excited for. Some stuff that hasn't been released to the public yet or hasn't leaked yet. Some of them I'm actually kind of surprised at the stuff that did leak and the stuff that didn't leak, because I saw the first footage for Echo, which I was surprised looks actually good, and I was like,
That
oh,
and that
I
one
was one
weirdly
of the people
didn't
like,
leak.
yeah, because I was one of the people like, why do we need an Echo show? I don't really give a fuck about this, but the footage impressed me. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of like slow mo stuff and black and white stuff, and it showcased a lot of Native American actors and like scenes of like them fighting and stuff. But it was like, okay, I can get behind this, even if it's not a Marvel property. I'm down to see some Native American action, because it's been a minute since they've gotten some love. Granted, there is like the thing like Reservations Dogs, but I haven't seen that show. But to see them in an action capacity, I think that's gonna be really cool. The Loki footage was dope. I thought I liked the Captain Marvel footage, though it gave me the impression that I think it's gonna be fun, and that's all I'm going into with the expectation of,
Did see the
because you saw Candyman, and this is Nia DaCosta's movie right after that.
yeah
Completely different vibe.
yeah
And
yeah yeah
directorial style than
because
Candyman.
I did see that was one of the
Obviously,
ones that leaked. So I heard it first. Weirdly enough, the audio of it leaked. I listened to it, and then because angles of leaks is never the best. But it's like you saw it a lot better and clearer than I did. But the plot looks zonkers. I need to go back and watch her first project, because I really love the direction. I mean, I loved the new Candyman, but I really loved her directing in it for the most part.
yeah, her directing was awesome,
So
and
yeah. But
it was kind of trippy seeing it, because they played. I'm pretty sure they played the footage for Secret Wars or for Secret Invasion, and then they played the footage for the Marvels, and Samuel Jackson's in both of them. So I was just like, what's this timeline? What's this order we going in
Big
here?
question.
It gave me the impression. Yeah, it gave me the impression that Secret Wars takes place first. Even though there's nothing spoiler to give the indication, but we did see Samuel Jackson in both of them.
Right.
And yeah, it seems like as a wacky, zany kind of plot about body switching or like position switching and like power switching and stuff.
Yeah.
So it seemed fun. It seems like, this is gonna make the movie that makes us like Carol, which I'm like, good. Let the girl breathe a little bit. Let her, let her bounce off of some other female characters that are also pretty well liked within the MCU.
Yeah, but also have very different
Monica
personalities too, because Monica is kind of weirdly
Yeah,
enough.
I think
I think
Monica and
Monica's
Paul are
like
gonna
Carol
bring the
with
audience
empathy.
I like Monica more personally.
Too. I'm going to see the Marvels for Monica and Kamala. Here's the thing: I have
Yeah.
made peace with the fact that I don't like Carol, and that's okay because a woman's position in life is to not always be liked. Sometimes you can be great at your job and a pain in the fucking ass. You know? It's okay. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Loki, but I would be lying if I said he was a bad character. He's a good character. I'm just not particularly fond of him. His show is pretty good. I don't really care for the nigga. But I would be lying if I said he's a bad character. He's not by any means. I have seen him go through a roller coaster of hearts. So like, yeah, it's okay. Double down on the fact that people don't like her. Actually, I'm okay with it.
If one character had to go, would it be Loki for you or Joker?
Joker. That's purpose. Like Loki at least like has a reason to his wild shit that he usually does. Like, I can follow Loki's logic. It's like I can't exactly pinpoint. I think I just might still have a residual bad taste in my mouth from its fan base that just didn't particularly carry over to me enjoying him as a character. But I have no issue with him as a character. He's a perfectly fine character.
The Loki dick writing hasn't, bro, to make you feel old, the Loki dick writing hasn't been a thing since like 2013. I feel like they haven't, at least not as prominently as it was when Avengers came out. Since like 2013 when
we have that Hall H footage of him coming out on stage during the Avengers announcement. Remember where he told them to kneel? Yeah. Niggas went nuts, like the lights cut out and everything.
Went bananas.
Insane.
BANANAS. Yeah, so we saw that stuff from Marvel Studios, and I thought all of it looked really good. I was surprised they touched on Armor Wars, which since
that's another bit
been turned into a film.
Love that
because they didn't touch it at all at D23.
That's
not at Hall H at Comic-Con. They didn't touch Armor Wars at all.
So, but I mean, I love that for Don Cheadle that he's going to get to headline his own project. I'm assuming with Riri Williams, actress. I can't remember her name in my head, but
I don't know if she's confirmed to be in it or not.
I feel like she has to be.
But something. Because Armor Wars, that makes
like
sense.
Like traditional Armor War, like you gotta go all out. You gotta bring back the dude's name from Iron Man 2. You gotta have him back, bro. If you're doing Armor Wars, yes. Yeah. If not for me, do it for Nando V movies because he's been fighting to get that guy back, and I kind of want it for him. Oh.
Me too.
I also like Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell's too good.
Yeah, like Sam Rockwell's too good to just use for one movie and then never touch again.
Yeah, they used his ass one time fucking 12 years ago and have not touched it since. Wait, was he in All Hail the King? I can't remember.
That was him.
Did he have a cameo on that?
He came out in All Hail the King.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So it's been maybe a little over 10 years. Yeah. Because I think All Hail the King came out like 2015 or 2014, something like that. So he's still in prison somewhere. But yeah, I think they should use him for that. And it was funny because Kevin Feige, because all the rumors going into that hall, even the day of, were that it was going to be the day they announced Fantastic Four cast.
I don't know why people keep the movie doesn't come out for like now, even longer.
3 years.
Another 3 years,
so
but
it's gonna
I'm
be probably
like,
even longer before you get
at
the
the time, it was over 2 years out. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, we're not even in
cast. I need to
pre-production.
chill.
We just got a director.
Right. Right. We just got a director. So it was funny because he was like, "We don't have a kill. Like, there's no other announcements. We have a director though." Like he was annoyed because he was like,
Be annoyed
his
too,
energy was
because
like,
niggas,
y'all start with
niggas
me."
can't be patient. Like, relax, shut up.
Right.
God damn, yo,
Right.
it'll be done when it's done. We got like between now and 2026, we're supposed to have 24 other projects coming out. That's like project number 8.
Yeah.
Like, you got 7 other shits before that. I think Daredevil comes out before that.
Definitely. I think it
Just
does. Yeah.
sit
No,
your
I think they're
ass
about to start
down and be
filming pretty
patient.
soon. And chill. Right. Switch your ass. It'll be fine. It's just gonna get rolling.
Just like,
But I think they're writing Daredevil right now. Or they started filming. I don't know. They got 18 episodes, so they gotta fucking be speaking.
they're probably writing it because I think he's early 2024. You're filming 18 episodes. That means
Did they confirm that 2024? It's not 2023.
the 2023. I got to
Oh.
look back at it. I'm trying to find like the cohesive list of everything, but
Yeah, I think this thing, as someone who went to it, I know it felt like a lot of people were disappointed. I personally was not disappointed. I got to see some really cool footage. They opened up the hall, the Marvel presentation with with a live rendition of "I Can Do This All Day" from Hawkeye.
oh, I heard
that
y'all
was-
got to
that
see
was
that.
an
I'm so
experience.
jealous.
That was an experience for sure. But the crazy part is, I think I told you this, but for some reason I got there early for the press line, right? And I got to, maybe I shouldn't talk about this on podcast, but I'll just leave it at this. I saw some things. I got to go into the room before the convention was ready, and I saw some things before.
Oh, that's.
It was
I think you
publicly available.
I think you mentioned
but
that to me in private. I'm not gonna.
So yeah, I saw some. Yeah, I saw some stuff, and I thought it was cool. Like, granted, all of it's public now, but I saw them rehearsing a little bit, and then I got to see who the Thunderbolts were before it was officially announced at the convention. I was like, oh, I used to get to see this like fucking 2 hours before it's even announced. That's kind of cool, And so somehow this didn't leak. All right, fuck it.
Like, huh? Well, damn.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so in addition to that, there's a bunch of other stuff. There's a lot of really cool Disney projects that are coming out as well.
Do we want to talk about a couple of those? I think I got them in front of me. Like
the Disney project?
Yeah, there are a couple cool, interesting ones. Did you see Hocus Pocus 2? I watched it recently.
Bro, I still need to see Hocus Pocus 1. I started to watch it with my sister, and I was like, have I seen this before? And I'm like, I don't remember if I've seen this before. So I feel like I did when I was really little, but I don't remember the movie.
Okay, I need y'all to go back because I watched the original recently for the first time in years, probably with person I'm dating and everything. And so then we watched 2 together this past weekend. I was in fucking stitches. Like, I don't know, maybe I guess people had higher expectations for a sequel to what was objectively like a B movie anyways. Like, it flopped at the box office when the original bro, it's corny.
Bro, no, that shit was a decom movie. That didn't even go to the theaters.
It did.
Hocus Pocus is in theaters? No.
Yeah, it was that's what I thought it was a decom movie because it looks like one. Apparently it was supposed to be like a straight to TV movie, but for some reason they sent it to theaters in the summer of '93. It's a Halloween movie. You set yourself up for failure. No wonder it fucking bombed. Now it's, a cult classic, and like I think it's entertaining, and watching Hocus Pocus 2, not like getting your hopes up. Like, the movie it's a kids movie. So it's gonna do it's 90 minutes, it's gonna do kid movie shit. The second one is like an hour 47. It's like a little under 2 hours. It's gonna do kid movie shit by modern standards. I thought it was fun. I had legitimate laughs. There's some scenes with a Roomba that are plot relevant that had me rolling over in the bed. I had some fun moments with it. I like the young actresses they got in the new one, but the Sanderson sisters steal the show. Here's the interesting thing. What's the name of the Sarah Jessica Parker can be like really charming when she wants to be. So I need to see her in more roles outside of Carrie Bradshaw because she can actually be like really fun and bubbly and charming. Like she seems like a completely different actress in like Hocus Pocus. I think other times I've seen her in like more serious roles. I think it's good when an actor can have a kind of range to do something light and fun like a family comedy. It's my
Yeah,
non-spoiler
you know,
micro review of Hocus Pocus, but
yeah. Speaking of Disney movies that got theatrical release that are getting a sequel, they also showed footage for Disenchanted.
yeah, that was what I was gonna bring up is the so I haven't watched the trailer for it yet, but I'm looking at the poster, and when I saw it, I'm like, oh shit, Maya Rudolph.
Yeah, she's the villain.
Which
She's the
which
villain in it.
here's the thing, I think Maya Rudolph can sing. She just doesn't do it too much. Like I think the only time I've heard her sing really is on Big Mouth. But people forget she's Minnie Riperton's daughter, who has an incredible like. I'm not saying singing is hereditary, but if anyone might be able to do it, but it poster alone looks basic. looks it looks so fucking fun. What did you think about the footage that you saw for it? Oh, it comes out next month.
Oh,
It comes out during
I thought it looked fun.
24th,
Really
Thanksgiving.
fun. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be a blast. I'm definitely going to do a double feature, watch the OG, and then go into the
I
second.
think that's what I'm gonna do too, because I never I wanted to watch Enchanted when I was a kid, but I think I just missed over it. So they both drop on D plus. I'll just bang it out in a day. Is that
I will say the thing that had me the most excited, or there are a couple projects. One of them was a Pixar movie they have coming out called Elemental.
yes,
And that one,
that sounds really interesting.
yeah. So they showed us like some concept footage and like some unfinished stuff for it. The visuals that we did see looked really cool, and it's like a society of elements, and they're like if they were actual people, and what happens like when a water girl and no, when a fire girl and a water dude
Yeah.
like fall in love, and like they can't touch each other. I'm like, oh, this seems fucking beautiful. I'm excited for this.
When I
So-
saw the cast, I'm like,
so,
that
yeah.
that looks really cool. Did you get footage for Haunted Mansion?
They did show footage for Haunted
Oh,
Mansion.
okay. How does it
Yeah,
look?
that looks
Because
fun.
I'm really excited for Haunted
Looks
Mansion because of the cast and the director. It's the director of Dear White People.
Yeah, no.
It's
Oh, is it? Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, it has Owen Wilson in it.
yeah. Lakeith
Had a
Stanfield
bunch of
and
people in it.
Tiffany
Had a
Haddish.
big you know, Lakeith was in it too. Yeah, no, the footage was fun. You know, you seeing Lakeith and Owen Wilson bounce off of each other was funny. And yeah, this is gonna be a cool movie. I'm really hyped for that one. Completely forgot.
Oh
I saw
shit,
footage for
Jamie
that
Lee
one.
Curtis
Yeah,
is
so
Madame Leota. Okay, yeah, I'm excited. For that's what I'm excited for when I heard the director because Justin Simeon, I really like him.
when is that one coming?
That is
Is that-
2023. Yeah, so next year. So I'm imagining next Halloween season.
I wish it came out this year because it looks like
Wish
a
it
lot of
did too,
fun.
man. This would have been the perfect time. You got Mufasa. How is things about that?
Mufasa, it looks like it looks like the same type of animation as there wasn't enough footage to really gauge what it was about. It's about a young Mufasa. You know, he's still a cub.
Yeah, but I mean,
And yeah, it's similar. It's a very similar, if not the same style as The Lion King.
yeah, and it's the
Yeah,
director from Moonlight. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, it looks like Barry Jenkins.
Yeah.
Right? It looks slightly more expressive, if I remember correctly. I saw this like maybe like a month ago. But yeah, it looks like they're still going for the photorealistic thing that they went for in the last.
That's
But
fine.
hopefully it's better. Different creative team.
Yeah,
it looked fine. It didn't get me excited.
yeah.
Something that did get me hyped though was another show Disney has where they partnered with like an African studio.
Wait,
They
Awuji?
showed footage for
Is that what it's called?
Awuji. That looks fucking awesome. Awuji looks so
I've been
good.
excited for that since it got announced. It got announced at like D23 2 years ago, back when Lucasfilm still had the rights to Children of Blood and Bone. I'm still furious they fucking fumbled that bag. Jesus, they could have locked it. But
yeah,
at Awuji, I'm very excited for because they're teaming up with Awaju. Okay.
Waju, that's what it was. Yeah, it looks very like it looks Disney-esque, but you can tell it's not a purely Disney thing.
Yeah.
Reminded me a lot of Wakanda for
Right.
sure, but
It's,
I
I mean,
think
that's just Afrofuturism.
it's not. Obviously, it's not Afrofuturism. Yeah, that's essentially like the link, I suppose, between those two properties. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it. Also, another one that had me excited was Win or Lose, Pixar's first long form series,
Okay.
and that one's going to be like the same week in this town, like revolving around a baseball game, and each person's subjective experience of the events that happened during this week that in each episode. And it's like what's the word to describe it? Like they each done in different styles. For example, like there's one kid who's like shy or insecure, and he has like this protective, like he's very guarded. So like they show like the physical representation of that. Like every time he's like feeling embarrassed or like he does something that, like, for example, like he asks like a girl at his coffee shop, and then I can't remember if it's before or after, like you can tell he's not feeling him, and he literally gets like a body of armor that surrounds him.
Damn.
Like as this is happening. Yeah. And he's like in his like knight armor suit. Like it pops up on him. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for that one because I'm like, yeah, I'm always about vantage point kind of stuff.
What did you get for that new animated film that got coming out, Wish? Because that's the one with the new Black Princess, right?
I think she's
She
because it's Annalisa Du Bois voicing her, and they showed a song from the movie. Yeah, so she's like Afro Latina.
okay.
And that was interesting. We didn't get to see too much. You know, I know Alan Tudyk plays a little goat, plays a little talking goat.
And
in it.
love Alan Tudyk. Why
And
does he
looked
keep
like-
ending up as fucking animals, bro? He went to Juilliard, god damn it. Like
he was like the chicken in
was.
Coco. He was
the villain in
else.
Doom Patrol, and he was fantastic. You know, some respect
Yeah,
on his fucking
no,
name.
he's
He
nobody.
keeps playing fucking animals in like musicals for some
He's
reason.
great. Yeah, he's great. But it was cool because it looked like a hybrid of like the old school Disney animation and like the 3D thing they've been doing now.
Okay, that's gonna look interesting.
So it's like, yeah, it's like I'm trying to think of like the Disney version of like Spider-Verse.
like in terms of
like imagine like the 2D as far like not like in the comic book sort of look, but in the sense that
it's like diverse art styles
like
or animation styles.
that's got dimension to it.
Diverse animation styles all in one medium.
Not necessarily that aspect of it, but the fact that it's a 2D animated thing that's brought dimension, or like kind of like the Charlie Brown.
Okay. That would be really cool if they bird off right now. I haven't seen any footage, so I wouldn't know. Do you have any feelings towards Strange World? I'm gonna be honest, I don't.
I have none, bro. They showed footage for it. I still couldn't.
I keep getting trailers for it before movies. I'm like, no shade. I don't think I'm interested. Inside Out 2 got announced. One of the Emotions isn't coming back, I heard though. It'd be weird. Yeah. Y'all get anything for Inside Out 2?
Just an announcement. Okay. Oh, also the fact that Riley's going to be a teenager in this one. That's pretty much it.
What a shock. Time passes like it's supposed to.
Breaking news. Time passes.
Elio? Interesting.
They didn't really have anything too exciting for Star Wars. They showed us some footage from Mando, which they released online. They showed us footage for Andor, which they released online. They showed us an image.
Mando 3 trailer, that was good.
Yeah, it was good. They showed us footage from they showed Willow footage.
That's good. That's right. The Willow trailer dropped, and I'm like,
yeah, literally everything that you saw pretty much was released to the public. There's nothing exclusive except for Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah, you did get that. You said that one looks really good.
Yeah, that one looks awesome. That looks like a lot of fun.
So
and I'm hyped to see whatever they do next.
Snow White.
And Harrison Ford is hard as in it. Snow White.
Yeah. So Rachel Zegler is Snow White and Gal Gadot's.
Oh, they did. Did they show us something from Snow White?
Now you forgot.
Oh, they showed us like a little. No, they did. They did.
It left no impact.
Yeah. They totally did because it was short. It was very brief. It was like probably maybe like 30 seconds.
Gal Gadot
And
sing?
they didn't show her singing. I don't think no one said anything. But yeah, they showed her in the suit in her Snow White outfit, and they showed Gal Gadot like open some windows, and she's in the Queen outfit, and that's pretty much it.
She looked like Snow White. I feel like that's not that hard to accomplish, but
yeah, there was nothing really impactful. The thing that was impactful though was that Little Mermaid.
Nigga,
that shit.
Oh my god! All right, let's get into it because this is something that I did want to talk about. Oh my,
because they showed us the full song,
and I
and that shit
I saw it vicariously through the magic of technology that is the Clock app. Here's the thing: I knew when Holly Bailey I'm a Chloe and Holly fan. I love their music. I love their covers. I've been following them since probably since Kids Are All Right. Since they performed at that BET award show back in like 2018. That was when they kind of flew on my radar. So I've been a fan ever since. When Holly Bailey got cast, I'm like, oh, they're fine. She's an incredible singer. Always has been. Her and her sister. Chills. It doesn't happen to me much.
Yeah.
Like the first time I watched it, I'm like, it was beautiful. The second time I watched it, I'm like, ah! Like, I felt it in my spirit. She only said like 3 words. And I'm like, nigga, she finna eat this up. It's a wrap, bro.
Yeah, dude. It made me think of Whitney Houston, the way she's carrying those notes.
So incredibly talented, and she looks good. And I hate that there was so much stink about it after the fact, because I was also seeing the reactions, like even in my job, I was talking with somebody. I'm just like, hey, when the teaser had dropped, I'm like, hey, because it was somebody that has a black person that has black daughters. I'm like, hey, did you show your kids the teaser? And they were telling me the story about their kid going like, oh, mommy, look, it's me. And I'm like, fuck, oh, my heart. Like, that's what we're getting at here. That's that representation shit that we're talking about. That's why Waju and Wish and Black Panther and Children of Blood and Bone, even like the diverse cast in Percy Jackson, which that looks good, by the way. That teaser dropped. I'm excited. But like that's the shit right there that you do it for. Like, I think Holly understands the task that is put on her shoulders, but mind you, she was handpicked by the director to be the first one to audition, and she was so amazing. No one else was in the running.
Oh,
she cleared all them other. No, not saying that everyone else who auditioned was not talented. She just aired that bitch out so hard on the first go, and I don't think it hurt. Disney knew having a person of color in this role might draw it some extra attention, get those outrage clicks, see what it's all about. Because right now, I think it's one of the most disliked trailers on YouTube. I'm like,
oh, are you serious?
We know why.
Fuck these people.
It's
bro.
Like,
who cares who a mermaid? Like, one, I think it's beautiful that we get to see little black girls feel seen or feel like they now have a costume for them that they could go get, and like whenever this movie comes out and like it's Halloween time, there's gonna be her Ariel's outfit. There's gonna have the wig,
right?
And that wig's gonna be more suitable for girls.
As somebody that has locks, to see somebody else in fiction with locks, it's nice. it's affirming. It feels
Yeah.
you feel a little seen. Like I just started my lock journey in August, so it's been 2 months. And then like this trailer drops. Like it's things that you don't think about until you can like now I do have a minor personal pet peeve gripe I will get into in a moment. It does not have to do with her, but kind of things around that. But the thing is, you the times where this outrage happens, it is only ever for some reason exclusively black and white. And the reason I say that, I find it incredibly odd, is because this is not the first person of color to play Ariel. Pull up Disney Plus. They have the live version of The Little Mermaid. And you know who plays Ariel in that? Oli Carvalho, the voice of Moana, who is an amazingly talented individual. She can sing, she can act. So she played her on the live version, and Queen Latifah was Ursula. We already had a diverse Little Mermaid. You can watch it right now on Disney Plus. For some reason, in the movie version, niggas felt the way because one and okay, so let me get into my minor gripe. I have a minor tick about this because I don't think Disney treated the casting of Ariel and the rest of the cast as blindly. I could be wrong. I am hoping I am wrong and they picked the people that were ideally the best of the audition, but you know, name brands help, names help. But I mean, even Holly is already technically in Disney because she was on Grownish for 4 seasons, 3.5 seasons because she had to stop to shoot this. But like, she was already in the house with the mouse, and she's a protege of Beyonce. She already has a lot of clout, so having her in there, um, like, um, I when you look at the rest of the cast, it's like the other people of color are kind of the animals, and like looking at the cast, Jonah Howard King is a British actor. He plays Eric. Melissa McCarthy, a white woman, she's Ursula. Javier Bardem is like he's a Spanish actor. He's King Triton. Um, so Queen Selena, okay, Nome Dumezweni, who's a new character, but I don't know if that's Ariel's mother. Um, Art Malik, a Pakistani-born British actor, is Eric's butler and confidant. Lorena Andrea is Perla, and then like so some of the there are other people who are calling the move. So I might be talking out my ass a little bit. You know, I can definitely admit when I'm wrong. I might be a little ignorant in this bit, but like David Diggs is Sebastian, Jacob Tremblay is Flounder, so he's a little kid, and then Aquafina is Scuttle. So it's like, but like the big faces that you're gonna think of in this movie are Ariel, Eric, Ursula, and Triton. So you got a black girl at the forefront, white boy playing the white guy. This one I think is like a minor misfire for a different reason, only because Ursula was inspired by drag queens. I thought that would have been a good chance to kind of like get a drag queen to play Ursula, but they got Melissa McCarthy, which I'm sure she'll do fine. Kind of wish we could have gotten a actor who also has like a repertoire of singing already, you know, because like Queen Latifah's done musicals before. Yeah. She's a fine pick as Ursula. And you have like Javier Bardem, who, you know, Spain is in Europe, that country, so another white guy.
He's from Spain. I think he's
the Canary Islands in Spain. But like he is Spanish. Yeah. But that is not exactly Hispanic. He's Hispanic. He is not exactly Latino. So you kind of got 2.5 white people. I could be wrong. Yeah, then, but like when you look at the main cast, it's not as like diverse as I think. It's not as like woke as you think it is. They just didn't show the rest of them. Because like there are other people in the cast, like you have, you know, have a Pakistani butler and an African queen, whoever this new character is, and the other black guy is a fish, and the Asian woman is a bird. It's like it's not
Oh.
like there's Cinderella with Brandy, where that shit was all over the place. Cinderella was black, Fairy was black, the Queen was black, Prince was Filipino, the King was white. That's a little bit more all over the board, where you got like 4 people of color and then
Right.
the one white guy. This is kind of the inverse of that. You got like the one person of color and then like 2.5, 3 other white people in lead roles. So it's like you're making us
Yeah.
think about something that, one, we've already had a diverse Little Mermaid. It had a
Yeah, nobody watched that, so they're just like, ah, we don't care. I'm sure if they were,
and it's recent too.
they would have to.
It's from 2019.
2019.
It's only 3 years old. It's by the time the next one comes out, it'll only be 4 years old. Like Queen Latifah. Shaggy is Sebastian, which is funny as shit. On Stamos, Amber Riley. So we got a what is it? What is the name of it? It's not. She's Hawaiian. We have a Hawaiian woman, a white guy, a black. See, like that one is way blacker. This one is way blacker. But y'all ain't pissed about this.
Yeah, I think I think people are just up in arms about Ariel themselves because this is the title character, and people are like, oh, they're taking all the color away from the people we love, and they're taking an icon away from the little white girls. I'm like, bro, stop, bro. She's been white since 1989. Like y'all be fine. Then if you want the white girls to want Ariel, just watch the original. You'll always have the original Little Mermaid. Like no one's taking that away.
No one. You still got it. It's right there on DVD and Blu-ray. It's not in the Disney vault. Okay, you can.
People try to. And I saw this one motherfucker try to justify like, well, scientifically.
Oh, was it bitch ass Matt
really
Walsh? Was it bitch ass punk ass?
Yes, it was.
Ass, shitty ass Matt Walsh. Fuck Matt Walsh, yo. I stand on that. Fuck Matt Walsh.
They wouldn't be anything.
Transphobic ass.
They wouldn't
bitch.
be black. They wouldn't be white. They'd be translucent. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
You're trying to apply science to fictional characters. Nobody's talking about the dragons in Game of Thrones. Matter of fact, House of Dragons got less shit and it has more niggas in it.
Right. And people were like, I was like, that they're not real.
Like my dog, they'd be translucent. Like, don't start. They're fictional. Also in the original, she never got the prince. She turned into sea foam. She never got married.
Yeah,
it's like
that was real sad.
It's very sad.
It's very
but
sad.
Also, shit is so far and away removed from the original. It's like it's not like it's like, bro, watch the movie. Here, the cartoon had people of color. There was a deaf Latina mermaid. Y'all didn't say shit because you didn't watch it then. You didn't watch the one with the sea Hawaiian in it. But the one time you see, here's the thing: it might suck. It might be ass. Lion King was mid. That's the only one I've seen. Beauty and the Beast still irks my fucking soul because she has a British accent and she lives in France and her name is Belle. That's more offensive. I'm way more upset about that than brown people existing in water. Like, what? You saw her with a fish and like, wait a minute, black people don't swim. Like, bitch, fuck you. It's like, yo, we can't only have Black Panther, bro. Why is it always when black people try to get involved in shit, people get mad? I'm just like, I'm here for all the diversities. Like speaking of black people being involved in shit. Black Panther 2. Half the cast is Latino. Half the cast is Latin. Yeah. I think that's beautiful. Gina Rodriguez was saying,
and they're like, why can't black people have black properties? And then I bet you money, all the people that are complaining about the woke culture and the changing aren't even gonna go see Black Panther. It's like, it doesn't interest me. I'm like, you're racist. Like, just say racist,
bro. Like, here's the thing. Little Mermaid might be whole ass. They haven't had a hit yet. But I give them this much credit for giving it a shot. May not be striking out at all. They might be kind of butting that shit to thunk. Here's the thing. I think Halle Bailey's gonna do fantastic. I am infinitely more worried about the rest of this cast. Infinitely more worried.
We just got to see what they do.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Because
think
you're
for
introducing new
gonna
people.
suffer a little
What
bit.
story are you gonna tell?
Yeah. I was a little worried because it may suffer a little bit from Lion King syndrome. Because Flounder, he don't look like the yellow thing
Yeah,
with the Mandy's
so
haircut. He looked
you
like
got
a
to see
straight up
him.
fish. I had to see him. Yeah, he just looked like a fish, like a regular ass fish.
Gonna be
who just
so
talks to Ariel.
weird. Oh wait. No, here's the real question. Here's what's gonna probably make it or break it. What fuck will Sebastian look like? Because
He's gonna look like a regular ass crab with the little
you've
shutter
seen
mouth.
what a
And I
crab
don't know
looks
how
like.
they gonna make it. Yeah, I don't know how they're
I
gonna
don't
pull
know
that
either.
off,
I am
'cause
so
if it's anything Flounder
perplexed. Because Sebastian in the cartoon and a crab don't even look like the same species.
don't look nothing like a
The
fucking
one
crab.
the one
Right.
that'll be the most normal is Scuttle, and he's a fucking bird.
Yeah.
He's a seagull. Like
Or she now. A she-gull.
yes, he is. But like, I'm looking at a picture of Flounder now. I don't know how they gonna do this one.
Remember, just look up a regular flounder, and then that's what it looks like.
Oh wait, no, that's the weird thing. Because he's a tropical fish, but he's not even a flounder. He's just a fish from that part of the ocean. That's right. I forgot. All these fucking years, he's not even a fucking flounder. He doesn't look like a flounder. You remember that big triangle ass fish that bullied SpongeBob? Sideways looking one? The one with
Yeah,
flounder.
a tropical yellowfish. That's
Yeah,
what he is.
a actual flounder looks like that fish that punched SpongeBob and bullied him that one time. The sideways eyeballs.
Yeah, who in the theater?
But yeah, flounder is
Yeah,
not
no.
even a flounder. He's just a fish. Oh my god. I feel so stupid. I didn't
I
even think
remember
about that.
having
This
stripes
nigga's
on
never been a flounder a day in his life. He's just a fish. He a fish with the wrong name too.
Yeah, I saw it once, like again over a month ago. So I think it looked closer to this. Look in the chat.
Yeah,
I think he
that's
looked
what he
closer
looks
to
like with
that.
more blue stripes. He's a fish. He's just a fish, bro. But
This
his
one
parents gave him the
bad.
weirdest name. That's like
Why parents? Why do you
like
hate
having
me?
that's
Why
like
did you-
having a
why did you
Mexican
do this
baby
to
and you put down for his ethnicity Chinese. Like, no, he is not that. Yeah, that's what is that gonna look like? See, I'm way more worried about the visuals in this movie than I am about Halle Bailey as Ariel. She finna eat. She's gonna
Right.
do beautifully, and I'm so excited for her and only her because I'm rooting for everybody black. Oh my god. Well, okay, I guess her and the Queen and David Diggs, and that yeah, I'm rooting for all the black and brown people. But yeah, he's just a fish. That is so funny. I didn't even think about it all these fucking years.
I didn't even
I
realize
never
that.
thought about it till you brought it
I
up,
know.
and I'm on Wikipedia. It's like, despite his name, he's not a flounder. I'm like, goddamn right, he's not a flounder.
Thank God. That'd be an ugly ass fish, bro. You put that, and that's just what's wrong around with.
Yeah,
Ariel.
because they're just like,
Oh, two eyes on one side of your
like they're
face.
gray. I'm like, his parents just gave him a fucked up name. It's like having a bird named Dog. This is my eagle. His name is Parakeet. What? What did you say to me? Yeah, this is my pet mouse. What's his name? Rat. That's like if Mickey Mouse was a rat the whole time. They're like, he's actually not a mouse. He's a rat. Michael Theodore Mouse is a fucking rat? What? So I think that is his government name, by the way. I think it is Michael Theodore Mouse.
I did not know that.
It's like Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Charles, that's Chuck E. Cheese's
That's his real
name. Is
He stands for
entertainment.
entertainment.
Charles Entertainment.
That's his whole
Cheese.
government. I
I
mean to
never
air
knew that.
him out like that, but yeah, that's his whole name.
Damn, you put Chucky on blast, bro.
Well,
They come after you.
yeah, them Disney snipers don't fucking play. I'm trying to, but yeah, no,
I think
I
we got
am
him.
very, very, very cautiously optimistic for Little Mermaid. I hope it's good.
The footage wowed me. So if the rest of the movie is as good as part of your world, then I think
Yeah.
we're in good hands. I think Rob Marshall's gonna do some
Rob
good
Marshall's directing, and then Alan Menken and Lin-Manuel Miranda worked on music, which they're fantastic music wise. So I'm not really worried about the music of the movie. I'm curious about what they're going to change and tweak, and that comes out next May. So I'm fingers crossed that they get a W with this one. I know rooting for a $1 billion corporation is controversial, but I mean, I don't want these movies to be bad. Honestly, it
I will say one good thing is that they didn't announce the live action Lilo and Stitch, which I was like, thank God.
and they
I
didn't
don't wanna
announce the
see
live action Hercules, but we know they're coming. Oh boy, and we have to just mentally prepare ourselves for those because Jesus, woof, Jesus, I forget that we had a 101 and a 102 Dalmatians live action movie. Oh
We
fuck,
did.
we got a
Glenn
Pinocchio
Close.
movie that came out. I skipped it.
You don't need to
I'm
watch
not going
it.
to. Oh, don't worry. I had no
You-
intention to.
You can watch the Guillermo del Toro one.
With that
I
scary
think
ass
that one would
cricket.
be good. Yeah, with the scary cricket. He's gonna come in your room too when
Oh
you sleep.
fuck. Sorry, I'm looking at the upcoming before we get away from D23, we're talking about live action projects. Richie's doing Hercules. We're getting an Aladdin sequel. Jon Favreau's giving us a Jungle Book sequel. We're getting a Hunchback movie. Getting a Cruella sequel.
Right.
We're getting
that one.
Tink.
Tinkerbell.
Oh God, this one's going
Okay.
straight to the gutter. The Sword in the Stone, directed by Juan Carlos Fresnadillo. Robin Hood, directed by
straight to Disney.
Carlos Lopez Estrada. Untitled Prince Anders film, so another Aladdin spinoff. Bambi, Aristocats,
They showed
and
us.
Lilo and Stitch, directed by Dean Fleischer Camp. It already has a writer, a director, and producers.
So it's happening. It's
all of these are
something they did show us. They showed us footage from the Peter Pan movie where Jude Law is Captain Hook. That didn't look half bad.
Almost said, boy,
I'll watch it.
Almost said so. And are you going to see that?
It looked fine. I was like, okay,
Isn't that one straight to Disney Plus?
This is unnecessary, but I guess.
Wait a minute.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Alan Tudyk is in that one too.
I would not be surprised.
Alan Tudyk,
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Is he really?
He's, oh wow!
Of
Wait,
course
what
he
the
is.
fuck? He's George Darling. He's the dad.
Oh, he wasn't in the trailer, from what I remember.
He's American,
Yeah,
aren't
he
they
wasn't in
British?
there.
Maybe I'm on that stuff.
Maybe he hooked up with a British woman and they just lived in.
Molly
England.
Parker is Canadian. What the fuck?
What a twist!
The person playing Peter Pan is British. What? Wendy's actress is American. A young girl from London. She's just set it in America. What the?
In America, set the movie in
Set
America.
the movie in America. Set the movie in America. Sorry, West Side Story in my spirit came up. Yara Shahidi is Tinkerbell. That work.
Oh, that I did remember that. Yeah, she was.
Here's the Yara Shahidi, Jude Law as Captain Hook, which sounds like the most beautifully homoerotic thing. And then Jim Gaff.
He did look good as Captain Hook.
Say what?
I said he did look good as Captain Hook.
Maybe I'll give this one a chance. Maybe Jim Gaffigan is Mr. Shmee. Cast all the there's Lost Girls. All right. Yes. Oh. Ooh. Okay, they are doing Tiger Lily. Okay. That's one we gotta fix a lot. Remember Tiger Lily, right?
Tiger Lily?
Indigenous girl from Peter Pan that was also on the island.
Oh yes.
They had all those brown people. That's one of those things that you look back at the old one, you're like, ooh, those scenes didn't age quite so well. Weirdly, I don't know Peter or Wendy or whoever is playing the children, but I like the adults in the cast. So maybe I'll give it a chance. I need to see a trailer, I guess.
Yeah, I'll probably come out.
It says 2023, so I'm expecting that first quote. Okay, all right. Looking at the cast, maybe I'll give it a chance now. But we got Lilo and Stitch and oh boy, Hercules and Lilo and Stitch are gonna stress me the fuck out. They're gonna give me gray hairs. I just fucking.
I you know what? I'm just wait till whatever footage they come out. Let's see what freaky ass realistic Stitch.
It's gonna be ghoulish, and the thing is, it has a writer already. It has a co-production, it has a producer, it has a director, and a screenwriter. A lot of these don't. Hercules has a director and a writer. Who the fuck is Dave Callahan? Who's this writer? What did he do? Okay, this is a track record. The fuck? wait, let me read you off this track list for the guy that's doing Hercules. We got Doom 2005, Expendables 1, Expendables 2, Godzilla 2014. He did a production rewrite on Ant-Man, Zombieland 2. He was a co-writer. Okay. He was a co-writer on Wonder Woman 84. He was a co-writer on Mortal Kombat. He was a co-writer on Shang-Chi. He's a co-writer on Across the Spider-Verse. And he's a co-writer on Masters of the Universe. God damn.
Okay. That was a trajectory.
This list is all over the place. He's done everything.
All over the place. Yeah, it started to head towards the direction, the comic book sci-fi direction, or fantasy sci-fi. I was like, okay. He was attached to some good stuff in recent years. He started off rough, but then he got better. He has some diversity.
He was a writer on 2 martial art movies that dropped like the same year. He was a co-writer on Mortal Kombat and a co-writer on Shang-Chi.
Wow.
This filmography is crazy. And then Guy Ritchie's directing it, which also gives me a little bit of. He's not a bad director. I think he's just very particular because while I do like Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2, I also remember being with CJ watching King Arthur: Legend of the Sword, and he was also the director for Aladdin. I didn't see Aladdin, so I can't speak on it.
Aladdin was fun.
I had a good time.
I've seen snippets of it, but that's about it. Woo! Haha! You ain't never had a friend like me. That's the extent of it.
Having a good time.
Aladdin movies.
A sequel.
Getting an untitled Aladdin sequel and then untitled Prince Anders film, which is based off Aladdin. That one has writers. It doesn't have a director. Man, Sword in the Stone remake feels. I think here's what the issue. Oh fuck! I might have to see Snow White. Mark Webb is directing that. It might actually be good. Yeah.
Really? With Gal Gadot, Mark Webb is doing that. I didn't know that. Shit. All right, I'm in.
All right, you got me. I haven't heard shit from him in years. And then the screenplay
Right. You son of a bitch. He did that one movie with Chris Evans that nobody saw.
Actually,
Me included.
Snow White might actually be good. The writers are Greta Gerwig, who did the Little Woman remake, and she did Lady Bird.
The Little Woman King.
The other writer is Erin Cressida Wilson. Who, oh shit! Wait, what? She was the writer for Secretary. She's also a playwright. She did Men, Women, and Children with Jason Reitman. She's a playwright, screenwriter, professor, and author. Wait a minute now. Hold up. Snow White might be good. I'm a little nervous. Okay. Those aren't bad writers, and and I like Mark Webb as a director. That's
Mark Webby.
yeah, okay. I might have to oh, that's right. It was it's funny we mentioned West Side Story. The chick that played Maria is playing Snow White.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's so all right. So everybody gave shit to the black Ariel, but nobody gives a fuck about Colombian Snow White.
I don't think the trailer
Raggedy bitches. She was on the stage.
People don't care till they see the footage, and they're like,
"Oh, why is Snow White brown? She's not sand white.
Snow brown. What is this?" No, once the trailer comes out, the whites will get up in arms. Don't you worry.
Oh,
don't you worry.
Damn, you know who she looked like?
Who?
She looks like the name of the shawty from The Witch. She looks like
From
a
The
Colombian
Witch.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh.
She looked like somebody else too. She got beautiful eyes.
Taylor.
Look, Rachel Zegler. I mean, if you can do West Side Story, you can do fucking anything. So, no, that movie might actually be good. Damn, I'm gonna have to eat my words on that. Okay, Disney.
Can Gal Gadot sing?
Look, we know what happened during the pandemic. Imagine all the people.
Take it back.
Well, that's what I was worried about. Oh yeah, there's a couple other Marvel things that we should probably bring up. So Blade lost a director and then got delayed. And pushed all the shit back. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about all the other bullshit we got coming out, like Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and then Avengers Secret Wars. Which here's the weird thing:
which both got writers.
We got writers. Yeah. By the way, Spawn has a new writing team. Hooray! Anyways, moving on to things that are important. Weirdly enough, Blade getting delayed might have been one of the best things for the MCU.
Why do you say that?
Because remember, initially, Avengers. So the track for 2025 was
to have two Avengers in one year. Right.
Kang Dynasty in May, and then Secret Wars in November. But now that Blade lost its director, so it's on its production which that means Blade is going to be really important to that to the phase, I'm guessing. So
yeah, it seems like that's their plan.
Disney shifted the reboot's release date from November 3rd, 2023 to September 6th, 2024. That's almost a year apart. We'll fold this in two. Deadpool 3 got announced with the return of Hugh Jackman. The internet exploded, which I'm definitely excited. Love to hear that. Curious to where it goes.
I'm excited. I got mixed feelings about it, but I'm looking forward to see how they do it.
I'm kind of on the same.
On one hand, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy to see he died. I mean, I'm happy to see he's back, but on the other hand, I'm like, he died. Never like that's maybe we should have left it there. And I want this new Wolverine, whoever they get, who's going to be the long-term Wolverine, to have a chance to
I
shine.
agree.
But on the other hand, I'm like, it would be fucking badass if we get Hugh Jackman in Secret Wars along with these other Avengers. That has me hyped. The possibility of what a Marvel
Mhm.
Studios would do with Hugh Jackman, as opposed to like the disorganized Fox. I think that's enticing, and maybe we get to see Wolverine and Spider-Man on the same screen together. I love that dynamic. Would love to see what that's like. Hello,
Can you hear me?
there? Yeah, I can hear you.
So that's what I'm banking on, is that they're probably going to try to get Jackman for Secret Wars if you're doing a battle world. You're doing a bunch of variants and shit like that. So that's the thing. I think he's going to be a Wolverine. I don't think it's going to be the one from Logan, because that's a great movie, and I don't think they're going to touch that. They said they weren't going to touch that, actually. And then, like, explicitly they said that. And then, two, this is not going to be Wolverine Prime. I don't know why people want that. I really don't want that. I want them to blank slate, start fresh. And
So let me ask you this: over or under 50% chance that we finally get him in the yellow suit? Over.
There's one thing that Deadpool is pretty good at, is getting people in costumes. I don't think they're going to squander the opportunity.
True. Yeah, and they know people wanted it for years, and Marvel seemingly from She-Hulk knows how to listen to the fans, or aware that's something the fans want.
And Feige has, I would assume, a relationship with Jack. He worked on he was like a PA on the first X-Men. That's how long he's been in the game.
Yeah, he's like snuck him comics or something. He snuck Hugh Jackman comics on
that was
the
like
set.
a rumor that he was the one, because they were saying no comics on set, and allegedly he would sneak comics into his trailer.
Also, fuck Bryan Singer for that. No comic. What the fuck do you mean?
If
No
that part is
comics on
true, it's
set?
like,
I mean,
goddamn, bro. But fuck.
I am the only one who can read comics because I'm the director.
Wrong.
Kneel before my genius.
Nobody can read them.
He made 3 of those motherfucking movies. Granted, Days of Future Past is good. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He don't need to make no more. Didn't he make Apocalypse? Or was that somebody else? No, he did. I think he did make Apocalypse.
Say over. We have gone way too fucking long without seeing that goddamn yellow suit. Put the fucking suit on.
They teased us in the Wolverine.
Yeah, still mad about it. We thought we might get in Logan, and I mean, thematically it didn't make sense. It's just like, cool. So here's what I do kind of want to see in it. Laura. I'll see Laura back. Bring her back. She was great.
Or bring who back?
X-23. Give her a little costume too, while you're at it.
Oh, yeah.
And doing shit. Yeah. Bring her back. But yeah, I'm hoping Deadpool 3 is good. I mean, it's the same director as minimum. I will expect it to be fun. I think it might probably weirdly be a setup for Secret Wars. Just because, like,
really,
in a loose way, not a like direct tie-in, but one of like a backdoor one where we'll get like a post-credit scene either to Kang or Secret Wars. If they're doing, I mean, this is the multiversal saga. If that is supposed to be the end of it, because so here are the dates. So we talked about Blade's date. Deadpool was initially announced for November 6th, 2024. It got moved to November 8th, 2024, so only 2 months. Fantastic Four got moved from November 8th, 2024 to February 15th, 2025. And then Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Kang Dynasty is set for May 2nd, 2025. And we do have a director for that, Daniel Cretton. And then, we didn't really talk about Thunderbolts. They look fine. January 2024. What the? These dates a couple of these dates are off. And then Secret Wars is May 5th, 2026. Yes, one of these dates in here is wrong. One of these dates is on article I'm reading is saying Wakanda Forever will be February 2023, which it won't. It's next month. But yeah, so that was my initial fear. Was that we were gonna get two Avengers in the same year, but I think it's for the best that we because remember, Infinity War and Endgame were a year apart. So
They were. Yeah, I thought them doing 2 in 1 year was like
maybe
made me
incredibly
nervous.
because especially
Yeah.
with all the VFX stuff coming out and them saying constantly, "Hey, we're overworked and burnt out." Don't do that's also my concern in general, just content wise. Like I think we had this conversation. We were in agreement about it. It's like I love Marvel. I'm gonna make an attempt to see all the Marvel stuff. Even Quantum Mania, to my surprise, looks pretty interesting. Like it has, yeah, it looks like
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm
Shocked.
astonished. It looks good. I don't think I'll ever really get Marvel fatigue. I worry more so from a production standpoint because we have about 24, I think now 25 projects coming out between now and officially 2026. That's about 8 projects a year each year. That's an insane output. And I think both you and I agreed. I'm just like, if they even pushed it out to 2028, just to space it out a little bit and made it like 4 to 6 a year, okay, it's all right. I'm like, take all the time you need to make the best product. You don't have to tell me the date. I think the dates are more so for their investors and producers to know it's like when they can expect a return on investment, which that's more of a financial game. But I'm like, so like, it's a business move, and they happen to let us know. So now you can kind of start building hype and just can start floating around. It builds buzz around certain like seasons and months and everything. So even when we were working on the YouTube channel, we would try and predict and call when we would get like trailers and teasers for shit. You know, and I think at this point we have it down to a science. You know, a movie usually has a trailer 3 months outside of release. So a teaser probably 3 months out. First trailer 2 months out. Final trailer 1 month out.
Which probably means I think we'll probably get an Ant-Man trailer attached to Black Panther.
And when does Ant-Man come out?
Because that's the next Marvel movie.
After Wakanda Forever. That'll be the start of phase 5.
We have...
Fuck, that's weird. Really weird.
Because I think and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Ant-Man comes out in February.
No. I think you're correct.
Let me see.
That means we'll probably get it Christmas.
Yeah, February 17th is when Ant-Man 3 drops.
Yeah.
So it's 4 months. So yeah, that's definitely enough time for them to drop an Ant-Man trailer. For sure.
What?
4 months
I
ahead
got
of
it.
time.
It's coming out with Avatar 2. Trailer.
What is? For Ant-Man? No, it's just Avatar 2 is December.
Yeah,
why would they not drop the Marvel trailer with the Marvel movie?
Okay, it's either going to be Avatar 2 or it's going to be Black Panther.
I feel like it's going to be Black Panther. I'm willing to put money on.
I think it might be
Black Panther.
2.
You want to make a bet? You want to make a dollar bet?
I'll bet you. I'll bet you 5 on. It'd
Black
be funny if we're both fucking wrong, but I'll put 5 on that.
All right,
I'll put 5 on that.
$5. Okay, I'll put 5 on Black Panther. And you put 5 on Ant-Man on Avatar.
It'd be funny as shit if they dropped it like in between them.
Right, just
like,
randomly on the internet.
They drop it with some bullshit. It's like, fuck. I didn't think they were gonna put it out with Disenchanted.
If we both lose, we get.
Damn! Why didn't we see it coming?
They just drop it on Disney Plus. They just shadow drop it.
Just
like
you
with
just
nothing.
go and look up Quantum, and you're like, "Hey, yo, what the fuck is this?"
All right. So here's the deal. If I'm right, you give me $5. If you're right, I give you $5. And if we're both wrong, we give Nick $10.
Fine. Fair. All right. There's the Ant-Man didn't get pushed. Yeah, February 17th. Mm. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna hang on to Avatar. What does Disney have coming out through the rest of the year? Oh gee, oh that's weird. Okay.
Strange World comes out. Unless it already came out.
see
I don't really
see how
know.
we didn't ask. Phase 5 is
Right.
weird. Phase 5 is Quantum Mania, Guardians 3 and the Marvels. That's 2023. 2024, Cap, New World Order, Thunderbolts, and Blade. And then Phase 6.
Well, not anymore. Well, not anymore for Blade.
Oh no, Blade was 2023. It got pushed to 2024.
It got pushed back. So is 2024? Is it still within its phase 4 window or phase 5 window?
It's gonna be the end of phase 5.
Oh, okay.
Then phase 6 is Deadpool 3, Fantastic Four, Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars. What the fuck?
Trippy. Absolutely trippy. So which means unless they somehow do X-Men before that, the X-Men are going to be the outcome product of whatever.
I'm calling it
happens
now.
from
Next
Secret
phase
Wars.
is mutation. Quote me on that. The mutant
after the multiverse
saga. Not to you. I'm saying it's like it seems so obvious. Especially if you're doing like Deadpool 3, Fantastic Four. The next saga is going to be all the Fox shit that y'all motherfuckers have been asking for. We already got Savage Lands and Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 2.
I mean, they straight up in She-Hulk, they straight up name drop the X-Men. Like, when are we going to get the X-Men? I was just like,
Immortal Man's a mutant.
They're like,
the one that appeared in the, and I forgot about his whole shtick. I didn't even know he appeared in Immortal Hulk, but he's going to be one of the last humans to survive on Earth, along with Franklin Richards. Apparently, it's kind of a paradox in the comics that they deal with in Immortal Hulk. So I haven't read to that point yet. That little bit spoiled for him, but yeah, Immortal Man's a mutant. Namor's a mutant. Next big villain is a mutant. They said he's a mutant. His actor called him a mutant. He's a fucking mutant. Tunnel is a mutant.
Confirmed. So they're out there. It's not like they're not out there. We just don't have a name for it yet.
The next saga is the Mutation Saga. Heard it here first.
So it's weird. So do you think that they're gonna approach the X-Men as something that's just been around in the MCU that we just haven't talked about, or with the rise of this X gene or it becoming to the surface, then the X-Men are gonna form?
I think they're gonna form because I think this can get us on the Werewolf by Night. I think they gave us kind of an idea of how it can work. That's definitely one of the questions is like in a world where people already. This is actually one of my buddies' complaints about She-Hulk is where did all these people with power start showing up from? Like, what's their deal?
Where the fuck did Titania come from?
Did the Bull Man come from? And Bull and Porcupine and that Spanish conquistador dude.
Yeah, they're just full wacky now.
But that was one of his gripes. He's like, it's like Marvel has kind of established that people come from places, and so to just casually drop these people in here, like this with no explanation is very off. I'm like, that's actually a fair point. Now we know, okay, in the comics, Mr. Immortal is a mutant. So that I'm guessing that's the same. Namor's confirmed to be a mutant. Kamala's implied to be a mutant. Charles Xavier in that other universe was a mutant. So mutants exist along this universe. What the fuck was like the Bull dude in Kamartaj, and what the fuck was Man Bull on Earth? Remember that green dude on Kamartaj?
Yeah.
Who the fuck was that?
Huh. Yeah,
I mean, he was cool. Who the hell was that?
Yeah. He was cool.
Like, what's his story? What universe he come from? Time tunnel.
You'll never know. We just dropping weird shit in the universe
Yeah.
just cause now. We don't need a
So,
reason no more.
and touching on
We 10 plus years into
true.
this bitch.
15 years in the game, counting. But Werewolf by Night, seeing how they kind of treated the monsters and othered them, I think that brings up a good point. Most of the perspective we've seen Marvel from are people with one pretty powers, like powers that are like cool. You can do something with. It's not like the boys diabolical where you have the outcast that have the weird shit like Spike from X-Men Evolution, who literally has like pointed bone spurs and shit. Like you
Yeah.
have pretty ones like Wanda waves her fingers, or Captain Marvel waves her fingers, or Peter Parker waves his fingers, and shit happens. Like like even the Hulk, he's big, green, and mean, but still a dude. You know, he doesn't turn into this horrendous blob-like creature like Ant-Man has a suit. You know, like a lot of these people are people in costumes. Like Jen, she's big and green. Titania is just like strong, except for her veneers apparently. But like she's still what's the name of the actress from The Good Place? You know what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about the dude
I'm
from
talking about the
Werewolf
actress
by
from
Night.
that plays Titania. Like she's still a beautiful woman.
Oh,
Jamila
Jamila
Jamil. Like she's still a
Jamil.
beautiful woman. It's not like Man Thing or Werewolf by Night where they turn into these hideous beasts. And when I watch Werewolf by Night, I'm like, oh, that's how they can do mutants. Because same way we have like racists and homophobes, not everybody's gonna be excited about people with superpowers. They're not all superheroes.
No,
Some of
not
y'all are
at
gonna
all.
be assholes. And some of y'all are
Yeah.
gonna fuck around and get sent to Charles
Some people
Xavier's
gonna hate
reformatory
behind-
school for troubled teens and youths. You know, it's like, yeah, some of us like are rogue. And we can't touch our boyfriends or suck his dick or he'll die.
You think they'll use James McAvoy
Ah.
again?
I'm not a,
Nah. He's still young.
I'm
He's
not
still
opposed
spry.
to it, but probably not. For somebody else, but I mean, Carlo Esposito's he's fighting for it, which is funny because like everyone's like, oh, he'd make a great Magneto. He's like, please let me play a hero for once. I don't want to be a villain anymore.
He could be a good Charles. I could see him as a
Yeah,
good Charles.
I would hate to be cussed out by a bald motherfucker in a wheelchair in my head. Get your ass down here right now.
Someone said
Down these steps.
who was it? I guess some people want Denzel to be Magneto.
Hey, yo!
And-
Y'all not ready for that. You are not ready for that militant, angry ass Denzel Washington Magnegro. All right. Okay.
I want to take my people to
That
the promised
motherfucker
land. I
come out.
guarantee it.
The master of magnetism is a black man. Oh hell no! And he lived through the civil rights movement. No sir. He is the master of pissed offedness. He is the master of making shit happen. Right? Okay. All right. No, I see how it is. Yeah.
What's his
Yeah,
name?
you
called?
motherfuckers.
What's his name? Lan Genosha?
You're talking
Is that
about
what
the
it's
current
called?
island Krakoa or the island of Genosha? On the
Where Magneto's like
Genosha,
people
yeah.
be.
the current
Genosha?
island that all the mutants
I'm
are
taking
on
my people
is
to Genosha. I
Krakoa.
guarantee it.
But I don't think they're going to touch that for a long time. But yeah, Genosha.
Oh, okay. I can promise you that. I'm gonna take my people to Genosha. I guarantee it.
Yes,
Promise you
sir.
that.
This brother's starving. Magneto see,
But I think isn't
seeing Gambit meet Rogue. Yes, sir. That brother's starving right there.
I'd imagine they put Denzel on the Marvel program though.
I mean,
Who
you
knows?
see what a boy
He's-
looks like. You know,
He ain't 2000s 90s
Uh,
Denzel no more.
he's just a regular
He's-
black man.
He's
His 50s.
he's eating good in his
Yeah.
old age.
He's an adult. He's not
Yeah.
Johnathan Majors being carved of marble and ebony stone and chestnut. You see his pictures from Men's Health magazine? He looks like a
No, I already know. We already know. We saw Lovecraft Country.
Bro, he
we know
looks
we know
better.
what he got. I've seen the
He looks
photos
better.
from Creed.
This is because he's training for Creed. He looks like a black god. He looks like Zeus. Just Google it real quick while we're talking. He looks he has a superhero physique. Huh?
What is it from? What is it? Men's Health? What was
It's
it?
like an actual
Jonathan
Health.
Majors from what?
Just look it up. It dropped this week. He looks like a comic book character. He doesn't look real.
Oh, God.
Right.
Damn, Majors.
see how you stutter?
Shit.
No, here's the thing. You and I always knew he had abs because we made jokes about it. But like they oiled him up and made him do like 10,000 sit-ups or some shit. I don't know what I think I'm smitten.
This man's muscles
Right,
have muscles. What the fuck?
Oof.
He got like a dual bicep kind of going thing. I'm like, I didn't even know
I
muscles
am at a
can do
loss
that.
for words in talking about
crazy.
Johnathan Majors' physique. Like, there's body goals, and then there's whatever the fuck that is. Like, there's, you have like Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield being like lean and fit, and they look good, but it looks realistic. Johnathan Majors looked like they built him in the Barbie factory with the black Ken dolls. Like, this is how Anthony Mackie, we thought Anthony Mackie would look on the Super Soldier Serum.
Bro, look at this photo right here. That dog
Yeah,
looks
he's
scared
like,
as shit.
is he gonna eat me or save me?
Right.
And I know there's plenty of women,
I don't know what
right now wishing, I wish he would sling me over his shoulders like that. Like, he looked like
they're just like, look at him glistening.
he looked like he could take Lizzo and throw her up in the air like a pizza, right? Like a pizza dough. It looked like he would have her spinning in a tilt-a-whirl and then catch her on the way down with one arm. He looks like he pops out the ocean. And like he looks like Captain Save-A-Ho if Captain Save-A-Ho was a man of the people.
Bro, look at this one. Look at this man's fucking bicep, bro.
Jesus Christ. He doesn't look real.
He got a
looks
double
like an
bicep.
action figure. He looks like the man Nia Long needs ex-boyfriend need to watch out for. He looks like the dude where if he puts his hand in the small of your back, it says, "Pardon me, beautiful." You're a man, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna let it slide. This nigga's gorgeous. Like, what?
I'm
It's like, hey man, this isn't about being gay or straight or anything. This is about eyes. Like, he's gorgeous. He's a beautiful chocolate man.
I mean, yeah.
Jesus Christ, I'm just kind of stuck, honestly. Like, this derailed the entire conversation. I don't know what to do with this. Like, this is.
What were we talking about? We talking about Werewolf by Night?
Yeah, we were talking about something dark. Like when I say shout outs to my black kings, this is the image that comes to mind. Like just a beautiful black man doing regular shit. Shout outs to my black brothers and fellow kings, but god damn, like let's not even save some bitches for the rest of us. Like, save anything. Like, he going ham on that protein shake. Oh man, that's not a glass. That's the blender.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is this? He's just hanging upside down with his hands on his hips. Like this make any sort of sense. Right. It looked like you just took a picture of him right side up and just hit rotate 2 times. Like,
exactly. This man said, fuck gravity, bro.
You know that one Eddie Murphy...
Your conventional rules of physics can't define me.
You know that one Eddie Murphy stand-up bit? I think it was Delirious, where he's like,
brother be standing there, but brother, my list drawers in the paper, they need an extra fold out in the paper. I'm selling underwear, but this nigger sticks in my coffee. Want me to stir it for you?
That's what he looks like. He looks like the dude from the island when your girl takes her girls trip that you have to worry about. Like that motherfucker that hit it on the balcony when she go to New Orleans. It's like, how was your trip, babe? Oh, I had a wonderful time with the girls. Why are you so excited coming home?
What are you happy about?
I know it was not that fucking fun. Y'all just got drunk. We had a time. We had a time. All right, now you don't have to say it twice.
You gotta say it like that.
you, bro, you fucking rotated it. This image alone is threatening the fuck out of me. And he's in gray sweatpants. This is malicious. To probably crop his fucking gargantuan elephant trunk penis out of this shit. This image is what white men fear. Like white men that are afraid of black men fucking their women. That's the dude they see in their nightmares. Like, Johnathan Majors. Like, even his name is hard as hell. Johnathan. No minors. He's a real ass man. Johnathan Majors only. Who the fuck does upside down, shirtless, gray sweatpants, anti-gravity sit-ups? What the fuck is this? I'm not mad. I'm passionate because what is this? I'd say who is he training to fight? But he's training to fight that other bad bitch, Michael B. Jordan.
Right.
God damn.
They both.
Motherfucker looks like Val Zod.
Right.
He got more abs than Henry Cavill do.
Right. They're just gonna have him, Michael B. Jordan, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen just standing there, just
blacked.
That's
what it's gonna say underneath.
Wait, what?
It's gonna say blacked underneath. It's gonna be Johnathan Majors, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and Michael B. Jordan shirtless, running around saving black women from their Tyler Perry related transgressions. Like, it's some poor, beautiful, dark-skinned woman is gonna break down on this. It's gonna be Teyona Paris broke down on the side of the road, and two of these niggas are gonna lift the car, and the other one's gonna change the tire. Like, thank you, black men. Like, and they're just gonna run off shirtless into the night, fixing Black America one issue at a time.
Right, titties just bouncing in slow motion.
Right, that's all. It's just like the three wholesome black men. It's like, what do? They just go around and like fix shit. They like screw in light bulbs and get cereal boxes off the shelf for old black ladies. Like Tina Turner.
They just fix shit and help and save helpless white women.
Not is Ramonda in Black Panther.
Ramonda? Oh, Angela Bassett?
Yeah, Angela Bassett is going to be at home like, oh, fiddlesticks. I wish I could just reach this box of Honey Nut Cheerios off the top of my shelf. And these niggas going to form a ladder. And the shit is only 6 feet high. All of them are 6 feet high. They're going to stack on top of one another and grab the box. And they'd be like,
right.
Here you go, Miss Bassett. Oh, thank you, baby. Did you want to stay for some tea? There's no time. We have to go save a little black girl whose bike caught a flat at a local high school. Like they just go around.
She just rides them home. They just the three of them form a bike.
Yeah, they form a bike out of two what are they called, ab wheels, and one of them just does crunches on the way down the road, and the other two stand on his back and plank while he do the bike. There's another black woman in distress somewhere. There's a dark-skinned woman in a Tyler Perry movie that needs our help.
Yeah, right. Michael B. Jordan's one wheel, Yahya Abdul is the other, and then Johnathan Majors is in the center, just making that face he is in the upside down photo.
Right,
bro. Look at that face that he's making.
Right, he looks so serious too. No smiles.
He looked like all the blood's rushing through his head, but trying not to show it.
Bet it is. And he's telling it no, and it's going back to where it started at.
Right.
These are the men that
not today.
Like, and they just be doing mad heterosexual shit, shirtless. Like, what are y'all about to do? It's like, well, we were gonna go work out and then probably play some shirtless volleyball on the beach, but we decided to go educate some local youths at the Boys and Girls Club. It's like, boys and girls, what the fuck do y'all have degrees in? After that, we decided we were going to teach astrophysics at a homeless shelter. Just random shit. Shit that don't make no kind of sense. Like, what are you gonna do? Oh, we were gonna go fix the economy. How? Just figured we give it our best shot. Like all dreaming shit. Like we just thought if we work hard, believe in ourselves, put our best foot forward, and bring the community together, I think we can beat this. And you believe them. They look like black futures. They are
the black future.
Michael B. Jordan, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and Johnathan Majors look like the black man that Dr. Umar Johnson and Tariq Nasheed see themselves to be. When they say we must stay focused, these are the brothers that they're talking about focusing on. Just three.
The perfect trio.
Yeah, just three wholesome family niggas. Just three black men. Like they don't do nothing toxic. They just do shit. You see them in the bars like, hey bro, how you try to go to the bars like, hey bro, you want a shot? No, thank you. We only drink water and protein shakes, King. And they dap you up with them heavy ass fists and walk out. You're like, why are we friends with them? Like, never do shit. Like they're not a hoe scarer, but they're a hoe deterrent. They try to walk out and the hoes try to go with them.
Like, wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute.
You came in with your girl and she tried to walk off with a hey. We came together. Right. For sure, baby. For sure.
I forgot. I'm sorry, baby.
I forgot you were here. Baby, you're holding my hand. Damn, I am. You got me there. This nigga is so built. We completely derailed from Werewolf by Night. Dog, what the fuck is this? What is this? Oh my god. What? He looks like a Mortal Kombat character.
Like Jax.
Yeah, he looked like Jax with the arms still on. Like, what is this? What is this? That doesn't make sense. Mind you, they're all phenomenal actors. That's the weirder thing.
Right.
You're good at something too, but also built like black futures. Like, when I eventually have kids, I want them to look up to me and niggas that look like this. And when I'm gonna show these pictures to my nephews and nieces and say, oh yeah, this is what superheroes look like. Dad, what did they do? They're actors and they lift. Mind they black ass business.
Mind they black ass business.
That's the secret to life. Be kind, eat well, and mind your goddamn motherfucking business, bitch. That's all. It's the key to life. And you notice you never see these motherfuckers in scandals. The last time you heard something bad about Michael B. Jordan? Never. He broke up. No. He had a breakup with Lori Harvey because he wanted to get married and have a future for himself. What kind of wholesome shit is that?
Oh, that's why they broke up? Because he wanted to get married and settle down?
Allegedly it's because he wanted to settle down and she wasn't ready yet. And that's okay. You know why? Because she's 25 and he's 35. So it makes sense.
Oh.
I turned 27 next week. You know what I was doing when I was 25? Not really. Before that, for sure. That was the goal. I wound up in long-term datationships, but like situationships, but the intent initially was the thought. I was trying to be a city boy. I was trying to be in my whole season. You know why? Because I was doing 25-year-old shit. When I'm 35, I probably want to be settled down too. Pay these bills, pluck these gray hairs. Try and make sure I don't got diabetes and shit. Try and be healthy.
Right.
I want abs.
He's
like
out
that.
here trying to experiment.
Yeah.
He's trying to do some new shit on some different people, some different women.
Yeah,
you want to try some other holes. Some thought of me.
some other hoes, try some other hoes, you know? I was part of
Exactly.
like, hey, look, I respect people that are in the streets, male, female, whatever gender you identify as, you know.
Right. You just out here trying to commit thottery on these hoes.
Hey, I was a member of the Thottery Barn. Like I was, you know, I was out here whining and dining, and I mean a slow wine, a slow wine indeed. But
You're trying to thotomize them.
hit him with the thotomizer. I made it. And I respect Laurie Harvey. It's like, if you want to make a 25-year-old decision, you know, it is what it is. Maybe you wasn't ready for what he brought. Maybe you were just there for a season. Maybe it was a good ass, fine ass season. He said, hey, I want to take this to the next level. And she said, nah, I'm good. That's okay. Part ways, have a couple tears, some bonbons, and then hit the gym really hard, because that breakup workout hit different. God damn. Okay, let's talk about Werewolf by Night, because it's actually good.
Right. No, it was actually good.
No, it was great. Full spoilers, I guess. I think it did a really good job at balancing camp with homage to the genre. I don't know. Everything in it worked for me. The humor wasn't too overbearing. I liked color grading in terms of using the black and white, because like black and white, you can't just throw a filter over it. You have to be very deliberate, and then like how the color came in at the end. How it was used with the Bloodstone. You know, we got the introduction of Elsa Bloodstone, which is, if I recall, kind of like Marvel's Van Helsing a little bit.
Okay. My only experience of her was in the Contest of Champions game where she had 2 rifles. that was my introduction to Elsa Bloodstone.
It's not inaccurate. Like, I've heard her name. I've definitely seen her before. I felt weird because I'm like, I feel like her hair color is off, and I was right. It's a shame that I can start to recognize that shit. But oh, okay. I've seen her before. Okay. I saw her. Wow, I haven't seen her in years. So I have read a comic that she was in. Fearless Defenders was book by Cullen Bunn, featuring Valkyrior and Misty Knight and a bunch of other women. So it was a cool book. That's the only time I've read something with her in it. But yeah, that's her.
I thought she was good in this special.
Yeah.
You know, I think the special did a good job of having a simple plot.
Yep.
And making our antagonists pretty clear in their goals. And yeah, I think that it was well paced and they used their time well. And it was very stylized. You know, Michael Giacchino did a great job directing.
Yeah, he did really
good
well
job in the music. Yeah, no, he killed it directing wise, killed it in the music. And you know why it was in black and white, right?
I mean, wasn't it an homage to Universal Monsters?
That, but also while making it black and white, they skirt over the
blood guideline. Yes,
for the blood.
I was really smart.
Hella bloody.
Yeah, because it got really bloody at at a couple points actually. They had some gnarly kills in here. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like the one hunter that got shot in through his skull.
Yeah.
Someone else got an axe to the head.
One person head ripped off.
Yeah, there was a decapitation. A couple people got burned to death. There's a mauling. So it was, what I thought was interesting was with Werewolf by Night, I thought they were going to be hunting the werewolf, but then they mentioned another monster, and I'm like, wait, so because when Jack walks in, I'm like, wait, so you look shifty and uncomfortable, so I'm guessing that you're the werewolf, right? But if you're the werewolf, why are you with the hunters? And then it's like, oh, we're hunting a monster. Right. I'm like, who the fuck are we hunting? And then Man-Thing popped up and I got excited. Ted.
Oh, did you not watch the trailer? Did you not know he was in it?
I didn't watch the trailer. I mean,
oh, good.
I know I did watch the trailer. The only reason I knew is because like other people mentioned, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I didn't think he was going to be the monster that they were hunting. I thought they were going to be hunting the werewolf, or something else,
That
some
makes-
third party. I'm like, because I was like, oh well, I wonder what Man Thing is going to have to do with this. What?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I see their hunting Man Thing. And yeah, I think the cool thing about it is the fact that they sort of acknowledge that it's in the MCU, but because of the way it was shot in that old style, and there was nothing in it specifically that tied the story to a particular decade or time period.
Which is perfectly fine.
Yeah, like this could have taken place in the 80s. It could take place in 2024. Like it doesn't. There's nothing tying it to anything, which is good.
And
And I like that it's this own standalone thing. And it made me really want to see more of Man Thing and what's his name? Jack Russell?
Yeah.
Or did they say a last name?
I don't think they said his last name, but Werewolf by Night's name is Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, man, Ted and Jack. I want to see more of where they go. And it also plays into their adventures and whatnot.
and I mean,
And I'd be perfectly fine if all this stuff never ties into the main MCU.
yeah,
If it does, like loosely, sure, but I'm cool without it.
I am okay. I'm not saying it has to, but with the introduction of Blade, probably Ghost Rider at some point. If they want to, they can use them for Midnight Suns.
Yeah, if they have a clearer vision and intention, and having the spiritual stuff be separate from the main traditional superhero Marvel stuff, I think that would be good. Like if they can, because right now I think because there isn't that sort of branding separation between like the spiritual, the spooky, or like the supernatural stuff and like the regular Marvel stuff. I think that's why. Because I think there should be like some sort of banner dividing into 3 camps, like the supernatural, the primary superhero stuff, and the cosmic. And if we just have those 3 sectors of it, then I think it would make a lot of people, it would bring a lot of clarity to where things are with Marvel, because I think we're used to such linear progression within the Marvel Cinematic Universe heading to one big thing. But with the sheer volume of things happening since 2021, there's no way they can fit every single character and every single property that they've had up to this point, and they're going to continue to have up until the next Avengers movies into those films. It's just going to be way too much, because they barely were able to squeeze the characters they had in Infinity War and Endgame.
Right.
But now we've doubled, even tripled that amount of characters. I got to separate these brands.
I'm okay
and have events for those brands.
I'm okay having like Man Thing and Elsa Bloodstone and Werewolf by Night on a team. I don't want to see them be Avengers.
No, fuck no.
I don't.
Like, I'm okay.
I don't want to see Werewolf by Night hanging around with Black Panther. I don't want to see Man Thing chopping it up with She-Hulk. Really, in theory, that's cool, but like Blade, sure, makes sense. Moon Knight, yeah, makes sense.
Listen, what I am
Ironheart,
cool with is right. What I am cool with is if we have these different sectors. Fuck, maybe we even have 4 sectors. You know, it's like the supernatural stuff, the cosmic stuff, and the main Marvel stuff. And the main Marvel stuff can be divided into like
like subsections,
street level shit, and then the big shit.
Yeah, like street level. I mean, street level, national, and then you have like I would say like underground shit. That's the weird shit. You're gonna overlap with some of the spiritual weird shit, like basically whatever Blade, Ghost Rider, and like Moon Knight, the shit that they deal with is kind of in that.
Well, I feel like that would fit in the supernatural category.
Yeah, but I feel like that could also be a little bit like underhanded. That's where like monsters and weirdo and like
that's where Werewolf by Night would be, because that's the monster sector. That's the monster side.
Yeah, I agree. Those areas can overlap, is what I'm saying. You could have.
I was gonna say, I think 1 or 2 characters can overlap in between those 2. Like, I think Doctor Strange could go into the supernatural realm of Marvel, but like some of these other characters can't cross over, and there has to be like, and I think like characters like Captain Marvel and Kamala are gonna be like the bridges between. Well, fuck, I think Kamala could be the bridge between all three, between the X-Men, between the Cosmic, and between the Avengers.
Yeah, but she seems more like a bridge between like street level and cosmic-ish.
Yeah.
But that's more so because her like if it was traditional Kamala, I'd say probably not really, even though she was on Champions. But this one, her powers are a little bit more cosmic influenced. But but yeah, look, yeah, Midnight Suns is god damn. This is an insane team. Oh fuck, Wolverine was on there. Yeah, this, get all the weird motherfuckers. Like, actually, if they wanted to do, like, I would not mind. Hopefully, whenever they have Lakeith Stanfield as Brother Voodoo, because it's just too perfect casting.
Yeah.
That's one that I could see dancing around of doing like a Midnight Suns, but also like an Avengers, like begrudgingly, because he seems like, oh god damn it. All right, what's this? Both coming from space.
Right. Damn, you know who would have been a good Brother Voodoo if they didn't use him already?
Who?
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yes, it would have been good.
Too late.
Too late now. Well, I don't know. Do we have any comments about Werewolf by Night? I mean, I think it's just really strong. Watching that on a Friday, I'm like, that was very good. Like, music's great, cinematography was very good. It was well acted. It didn't overstay its welcome. Weirdly enough, this special presentation hit the sweet spot.
Yeah.
I look forward to more like these. More things that are experimental. I think they basically said this is going to be the tester. So, and it seems like this one's doing pretty well.
It was exactly what it needed to be.
Yep.
And
Nothing more,
I think
nothing less.
Yeah, exactly. Even though I liked the design for Werewolf by Night, I thought it looks cool. Even though
I really
feel
like his design.
Yeah, even though I feel like he visually he's more in line with a wolfman than a werewolf.
Yeah,
But that's a
yeah, he was giving more man wolf than werewolf. That kind of makes sense.
Well, yeah, Wolfman is like he has the werewolf thing going, but he still has a human face, and werewolf's like, oh, I think the distinction is
Werewolves look like wolves on
man
two
with
legs.
wolf features. Yeah, Wolfman is a man with wolf features, and a werewolf is a wolf with man features.
Right.
So yeah, he's more the first one,
Yeah.
but I still thought it was awesome, and I would love to see more of him in some capacity. If they can keep him under tame, if like they can find a way to like keep Jack's consciousness. Nah, fuck it. Nah, don't do that. Don't smart Hulk him.
Yeah, just let him be a wild boy. I can see Blade, like the moon starts to pop out from underneath, and like they're fighting Dracula or some shit in Midnight Sun. And he's just like, Jack's like starting to freak out, and he's like, I'll have to run. He's like, why? What's going on? I'm about to say my evil plan, and it's like, like Jack Russell would have his Hulk moment in Avengers. Like, don't do that. Don't let me get in the moonlight. It's like, why? You wouldn't like me in the moonlight. It's like, what the hell does that mean? He just starts turning into a wolf and bucking up a vampire. It's like, oh.
Bro, you know what just fucked me up?
What?
By the time Secret Wars comes out,
Hmm?
hold on, when does Secret Wars comes out?
2026.
Bro, by the time Secret Wars comes out, we're both gonna be in our 30s.
Don't do that. How would you say that?
It goes up 2025.
How would you say that? Ah! My birthday's next week. Fuck. Are you making me feel old?
Bro, we've been following this shit since we were like 13. This is crazy.
That means between now and then we got to get famous so we can make it into Secret War.
Right. No, for
running
real.
out of black people to cast. Fuck it, I'll play. Low key, I want to play Wolverine. I would not mind playing Wolverine. They got black Canadians. I'm the closest height they would get.
Yeah, bro. You just gotta put it. You just gotta put it out there. Make your Wolverine real,
Right.
like Tom Holland. Do a bunch of flips,
Hey,
or like,
shit.
or just like slash some stuff in your backyard. I'm sure they'll hit you up. Be like that one dude that made the makeshift claws for Wolverine years
Exactly.
ago. Do you remember that guy?
Vaguely.
Oh, he made claws. It was so sick. Yeah, you just gotta find that guy and buy some claws from him, and then just like
Yeah.
train like a motherfucker.
I've been thinking about a Wolverine cosplay. I might do it one day. I have tops and jeans.
Do it.
So
Yeah, you got, bro, but you got to commit. You can already grow a beard, but you got to do the mutton chops.
I just have to shave the middle part.
Yeah, pretty much.
and then hate myself for a day. Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Right.
I don't have my fucking beard anymore. I look like an insane person. We're looking like an escaped slave.
But then there's a couple ways you can do it. You can do it like the Logan way, where they just cut the middle off.
Yeah.
You don't remember that in Logan, where they just
They just shaved they just shaved the middle. And when I remember watching the theater, I'm like, why does something look off about him? Oh, yeah, that's what it is. He look fucking weird.
But something else, I can't remember which one did it. I think the Wolverines probably did it the best. I think that's where he looked like they found a compromise where like he still looked like Wolverine, but it still looked normal. I think because they gave him like Wolverine's hair from the comics, but like in a more subtle way.
Yeah.
But it still worked.
Yeah. I could do my hair like that. Just gotta stiffen up these locks.
You have locks now. You said you gotta stiffen up those locks. Yeah. Okay. You can get it. You can get it. I can see you. What the
Yeah. Werewolf by Night, great time.
What else are we? Yeah. Is there still a lot of shit we
I
gotta?
guess the last bit is Harrison Ford is apparently Thunderbolt Ross. We can be quick about this. Not my pick. My pick was
He's older than the William Hurt was, so that's kind of a trip.
by almost 10 years.
By almost 10 years, yeah.
So
I don't know if that was a smart decision, because because y'all are Marvel about longevity. So
yeah, he's 80, bro. How much time he got
he's 80.
left?
So what do you expect him to still play this motherfucker in his 90s? You want to play Thunderbolt Ross the next 10 years?
Matter of fact,
is that your plan, Marvel?
my pick was just bring back Sam Elliott, and you know what? He's younger than him. He's 78.
Well, damn. For a couple years, younger by a couple of years. But yeah, I mean, fucking, it's Harrison Ford. He's a Hollywood classic, so I'm sure he's gonna do just fine. He's gonna go. He'll show up. He's not gonna pull a Bruce Willis, but it's not gonna blow us out of the water or anything.
It's like you said though. I wish we had somebody with longevity. Like he's like Sam. Don't get me wrong. Sam Jackson's in his 70s and he still looks good, but Sam is also like consistently working. He loves acting. That's his drug.
Yeah.
He's like,
right.
He taps his vein and says, "Give me a role, baby." Which I'm like, bet I will take as many Sam Jackson projects as we can get while that amazing man is still alive. But I'm more worried. I'm not just worried about the length. I'm also worried about the passion. I'm like, let this man stop. Indy 5, as far as you've described it, I'm interested. Sounds like a labor of love. I think that's going to be his swan song. I can't see him being as enthusiastic. Something that for him would be a franchise is nothing new to Harrison Ford, but I don't want him to treat it like that.
Right.
Or it's like, same old thing, I'm just gonna come in and grumble and I'm angry now. Like, remember how many shits he didn't give through that last other Star Wars movies?
I phoned it in, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't want that, because when Harrison Ford doesn't give a fuck, when an actor doesn't give a fuck, you can tell they don't give a fuck. As well, I'm sure you know from what was the movie that you saw? Don't worry, darling.
Don't worry, darling. I mean, I felt like what's her name gave a fuck, but Harry Styles wasn't hidden.
It wasn't giving
He
what
didn't
it was
show up.
supposed to give.
Right, he wasn't matching her energy. Harrison Ford has done a lot of projects in the past few years.
Oh no, he hasn't.
He's like a one movie a year kind of guy. Well, his last movie was The Call of the Wild. He's gonna be in a show. That's right. I forgot about
He's doing a
that.
TV show. What is he? What show is he doing?
Yeah, he's doing a show called Shrinking, where he plays like the therapist of a therapist.
Okay.
And it's gonna be with Jason Segel. Jason Segel's gonna be
Where's Jason Segel been?
Making indie movies.
Oh, good for him. Okay.
Yeah, he was also in Winning Time, which I've only seen like the first episode of.
Good one.
Yeah, he did an indie movie for Netflix last year with Jesse Plemons and Lily Collins. What? This past year? I did not see that one.
Okay. And do you have any?
Bit of an odd film.
Do you have any thoughts on Harrison? I guess joining the MCU is the new Thunder. That was a fast turnaround, honestly. It's like they. Oof.
Yeah, yes, he was. But I don't know. I think he'll do fine. You know, I think it's more so they're having to cast it for, what's the thing?
Thunderbolts?
What's the movie? Not Thunderbolts. I think the report I saw he's going to be in New World Order. So he's going to be probably in New World Order and in Thunderbolts.
Which that makes sense, especially if one ends up leading into the other.
Bro, you know what we fucked up? Is because which one comes out first? Isn't Secret Invasion going to be the first one out of all of them?
I think so.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if they're like, oh yeah, that other Thunderbolt Ross, he was a scroll the whole time. This is the real Thunderbolt Ross.
That'd be vile. I don't think they do him like that. if Terrence Howard isn't a scroll, you know, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Sky's the limit.
Oh, we never did talk about the Secret Invasion trailer. It does look good. Say that much.
It looks awesome. Yeah. Can't wait for it.
I'm hoping that they maintain that tone that they set in the trailer because it looks quite good.
Yeah. I hope it lands, and I hope that do we know if it's going to be a 6-episode one like the other one?
I don't know if we have a length because it comes out next year, right?
When does Secret Invasion come out? Googling now. Secret Invasion.
Pretty sure it's 2023. I just don't remember.
6 episodes, 2023. No release date yet.
Okay.
But a 6-episode series.
I am assuming the spring. Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, because they like to spread out their movie releases with their show releases.
Ant-Man is February,
so
that means that I'm guessing.
I can see it as like.
I was gonna say April or May.
I can see it
probably April.
I wouldn't be surprised. April or March.
Yeah, you know, you're right, April. Because I was thinking about they usually try to give it 2 months, but it's actually more like 1. Because She-Hulk just ended.
Yeah, if not a couple weeks.
Yeah, She-Hulk just ended, and then Black Panther's coming out in a month. So you're right. It's gonna be March or April, probably. Especially with it being only 6 episodes.
Also, I don't know if it's still in the plan, but no one has brought it up. Not even Marvel. The fact that Guardians of the Galaxy has a Christmas special coming out this year.
Yeah, we have heard nothing about it.
Literally not a goddamn thing. I wonder if it's going to be another special presentation like how Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, the closest thing I heard is someone say, "Oh, Werewolf by Night was good. I can't wait till the Christmas special." And I'm like, "Fuck, that is happening, is it?"
Yeah, dude, because they didn't tease or show anything at D23.
Nope.
They didn't show anything at Comic-Con. So I'm like, I know they shot it. So like, what are we? And I feel like James Gunn was more excited for the Christmas special than he was the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what are we in store for? I'm very curious.